to respond, you said Vietnamese.
I said Vietnam. Oh, Vietnamese. Yeah, Vietnamese.
All right, you gotta switch the letters there. Yeah. To respond to your question, I'm trying to recall some of the things I was told. Well, there was one girl who said that I need to think. I forget how. Or she said black people saved Asian people.
Where?
Here in America, or she was basically saying that black Americans helped, like they paved the way to civil rights.
Oh, what? Because you benefited off of the civil rights movement?
Something like that, and just like rubbing it in my face.
Yeah, that's everybody. Yeah, I mean, that's, just do some basic.
But I'm not doing it justice. It's just the way that they were saying it was, pretty abrasive.
Yeah, you can say it abrasive, or you can say it nicely. I mean, I don't know you. I mean, I don't have to say it abrasively to you. I mean, it's just because it's true doesn't mean I have to say it abrasively.
It's just like your opinion that it's true, though. Everybody got to know it's not a fact. It's just like your opinion.
I just remember the irony that I pointed out about the way she was saying it to me was, if she wants me to respect that, the way that she was delivering,
you have to suck her toes. The inner person in you that knows that you should have respect for that would have to step up. You gotta find your inner cuck.
And also, and I know this, it's a bit of a gray area, but she herself did not cause the civil rights movement. It was her ancestors.
Right, but there's no such thing as inheritance, right?
And she might be fucking tethered, and she might be from the West Indies, and she had nothing to fucking do with it too.
Oh, shit.
She might have came here to like the last generation or two, and she had nothing to do with it.
Okay, but if you believe in inheritance,
all the West Indies and all the tethers like to run over here and be like, black man did everything. Certain black man did.
Okay, calm down.
Jails people sold those. Yachts people.
All right. If you believe in inheritance, though, then why shouldn't your black ass be a slave? And shouldn't we inherit you as a people?
First of all, who's running his mouth? Who said that?
Okay. Just real quick though, I want to say something.
Of course it can.
All right. Look.
Shut the fuck up, you fucking Jew.
Oh, Jesus Christ, baby's here.
Look, I, as a Korean, I have a slight grudge. I have a slight grudge against the Japanese because of the history. The Japanese had enslaved the Korean people for around 40 years, from like 1890 to 1930. But the subsequent generations of Japanese people, they didn't have anything to do with it. But yet I still have a bit of a gripe, right? So I can sort of relate in that way, in terms of how like the history has some
But Grim, you are actually way more intelligent than these people, because you recognize that none of the people today did this to you or people relatively close to you in the history. So they're making a supernormal claim of black tax reparations based on former crimes, not crimes that have happened during their lifetimes or their parents' lifetimes. They're making a supernormal claim and statement, and it's greedy, and it's traitorous, and it's a tax. It's nothing but tax. These people are taxologists, Grim. Don't let them confuse you with their bullshit race hustling. They're fucking taxologists. They want to tax you. They want to censor you. They want to make you feel guilty. They're nothing but taxologists. I rest my case. Hello?
Was an officer in the military and also was in the CIA.
Really? They let gay people in?
You were in the CIA.
John was. I
That wasn't technically my ex.
Baby, you're a fucking retard. You're a drunk fucking British fucking
So what I'm saying
Iranian.
is like,
How do you troll just being yourself, BB?
yeah, that's fine. So
Oh,
what I'm
you
saying
use
is that
your
whether you're fucking
IRGC for life.
supremacist, you're American supremacist,
IRGC is a
black supremacist, which is about fucking time. It's like, when are we fucking Jewish, but we have this for the Persian is fucking about.
Everything's about Persian.
Or Chinese. It's like, who gives a fuck about these fucking old, like, fucking cunts? Like, what are they called? Oh, Republic of China. No, we want the Chinese fucking
He's Korean.
supremacist.
He's Korean. He's not even Chinese. Asians, right?
Shut the fuck up.
So he's Korean American for Korean report.
We want the youth of China. We want the youth of
Obviously,
Korea.
from South, fucking Southern California or Central.
We want the youth of America.
San Diego or LA.
Yeah, you know what? Whenever you have this conversation,
Yeah, obviously San Diego or LA is great. He lives in California. He doesn't live in fucking Redding.
no, it's about fucking crime. It's about crime that is about the people, not about fucking
Not Southern California.
I'm gonna be.
There's a take it, man.
I got VA CEO.
Oh, okay.
Eight years of age today?
No. You know what? It means
I'm not so sure.
I don't give a fuck what you are, but you have a fucking responsibility. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna, you got like 10 days. He's like,
John's back.
I'm like fucking, I'm a racist. And then you'll have Graham who'll be like, I don't know where he's from, but I definitely know where he's from.
Crowley's back. He's
But
the
you know,
universe.
fucking
I don't mind people saying what they want to say, but maybe you don't know. Wait.
This is
Got it.
Yeah,
Well, let's just get back to the topic then.
Followers. Grim loves your content.
Now I don't even know where I left off.
Let's get back to the topic. I didn't know black supremacy was a thing. Is it a thing? Let's get back on topic here, Othello. I don't know what you're talking about, but I didn't know black supremacy was a thing until Clubhouse when I heard black racists. Then we have a black racist mayor here in Chicago named Brandon Johnson. But it turns out that blacks are the worst racists because they're the nastiest when they get racist. They are so despicable, so obnoxious, so ungrateful, so unpatriotic. They're nothing but traitors. And, you know, they turn on everybody and they turn on themselves. They turn on their own families. They shoot their own communities up. They kill each other. They're horrible, awful people. Terrible. I just want to quote check on that. Hello?
She said some really even more extreme things. She said the only people who should be congressionally recognized as citizens of the United States are white and black people, and that all other races of Americans should not be in the same standing in terms of citizenry or citizenship.
Anybody want to unpack that?
Black people are terrible.
No, actually, it's just low IQ. It's racism, really, and it's stupidity. And you witnessed it, Grim. You heard it firsthand how ignorant it is. They are so hypocritical and so stupid. The people on this app, I'm not saying the black monolith that doesn't exist. I'm saying the stupid fucking left wokest. The black left woke on this app are dumb as fuck. Hello?
She even went so far as to say that all other races should be kicked out of the country and sent back to wherever they came from.
Well, if they're illegal, you know.
No, I mean, she meant straight up all, anyone who's not white or black, basically.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. If they're illegal, Othello, come on, let's be honest. You'd be happy to have more left voters here in this country to support your cause, right? You don't care if they're illegal aliens.
Grim, I'm going to be honest. A lot of white people say the same thing. They even
And another thing, sorry, I'm just kind of seeing as I recall, they were clearly saying that, they explicitly said that they think that the black race is the superior race. And they were under the impression that I was all about saying that Asians are superior. I wasn't. That's not what I'm about.
Well, they probably looked at your name and then they assumed.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
And my intent is not to take over the country, but they said that
turning right wing. A lot of them, Foundation of Black Americans, are actually in alignment with white Americans, white right wingers. It's going.
In Othello's opinion. Remember, there's no data to back up what he's saying. It's just his opinion, everybody. Let's see some data on that, Othello. Let's see a link or something other than one man's opinion to claim that black people are becoming right-wing extremists, when it's actually just the exact opposite. They're all left-wing extremists. And when Charlie Kirk got assassinated, if you went to politically correct, you could hear all the left wokeists led by gay black men screaming, "Oh, thank God that Charlie Kirk is dead! Thank God that white boy racist is dead!" You should hear the gay black men on this app. You want to talk about sociopaths and psychopaths? All you got to do is listen to a gay black man on this app for 20 to 30 minutes, and you will realize they are psychotic, they are neurotic, and they're homicidal, and sometimes they're suicidal, but generally they're just low IQ. I rest my case. Hello? And again, they're left woke Democrats. They're not right-wing conservatives. They are left-wing, woke, racist, hypocritical, gay Democrats. That's what they are. Not what Othello says. Everything Othello says is a propaganda. Hello?
Wait, hold on. Let me let this Jewish guy finish. Rachel, let me ask you a question. Isn't Sig right-wing? Isn't people like Anthony and a lot of these people that are popping up with these right-wing ideologies popping up here in left and right? You have a lot of black people that voted for Trump, and a lot of black people are now siding with ICE because they feel like if you kick the immigrants out, then that'll open up housing, that'll open up jobs. Yeah, you do have black people embracing right-wing ideologies.
Yeah, you got one guy called Sig who leads a room with a bunch of white people and a bunch of Jews. One big black man. That's it, Othello. If Sig is your data, your evidence, again, it's just your stupid opinion. Get some fucking links in the chat. Hello?
They know I'm right.
No, they don't know you're right. They know I'm right and that you're just a fucking propagandist, misinformationist dumbass. You spread stupid information because you're stupid. You're fucking stupid. That's what you are. And this is your roast, stupid. Okay, you're LARPing. You're LARPing as a white wizard from Lord of the Rings, you fucking idiot. Going with the mainstream magician. Oh, okay. Sig is your evidence that blacks are all turning towards Trump and are conservatives. Oh, it's called poetry, you stupid fucking moron. I'm complete, and I'm done talking to you, you fucking loser.
So how do you feel, Othello?
About what? Huh?
About the whole thing about America.
I think that when black foundational Americans and white Americans, when we unite, you'll see the golden age of the United States.
Really? Wait. So you're excluding all other races, only white and black?
No, I'm not excluding. You guys can be here. What I'm saying is like...
You guys can be here. I like that phrasing.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to tell you earlier, Grim. Like, black Americans, you remember how I told you they kind of look at, like, white Americans are kind of the last people they look at? Often it's because they all white Americans and black Americans, at least a lot of them, largely they've been here for like 400 years. So they look at each other as countrymen, even though they're of a different race. They look at you guys as all
Kind of like siblings who fight at times but still got each other's back because they got that long relationship.
Yeah, but they look at Asians, who obviously
as like the adopted child.
That came much later, and so they don't look at. They basically have a nativist image where
Right.
So
okay, I have to stop my workout. I gotta give you my little spiel hello, is that alright? Like the way that you said that though. establish the positioning that you're the default and I'm the one who's just, kind of the new kid on the block.
No, I'm separating you.
Right? Just the way you said that.
I'm saying that blacks and whites have a long tumultuous history with each other, and we gotta make that shit right. When we make the shit right, we don't have to
Okay, I accept you the wrong way. I thought you meant that only by having white and blacks cooperate and collaborate will the nation be better off. I thought that.
Money. They want to tax you and get that tax money with the black tax.
Hey, come on. That's freaky.
This is fucking, yeah, this is the same guy kicked out earlier.
Alright, but yeah, come on. I'm using
He has a similar view. So most people, like including myself, think that like the 1965 Immigration Act was the worst thing to happen to our country. And I'm not being hyperbolic there. I literally believe it. I want the country to remain overwhelmingly white. That's a view that, quite a few of us have. And while acknowledging that, we may have a problem with blacks and their behaviors and their...
it's up to your racial group, the white people, to maintain that majority by making sure that you guys have enough children with each and every next generation.
But see, Grim, that's how everybody else thinks. It's just in-group, out-group, and what you're seeing, this is what white people do not do. They don't do what you just said, because that's like dissolve. That's like thinking in the past. And nowadays, every white person is a fucking Democrat, and they're all liberal. So that type of perspective will never, ever occur, no matter how hard or how fascist or how crazy the situation gets with wars or famine or currency. White people in this country just don't act that way. They've completely dissolved into the network. It's only black people and Asian people that want to call themselves out and say, we want special identity politic privilege and we want to tax the white. You know how fucking stupid that
I'll
is?
say this. There is like a double standard, right? Where I look at black and whites and Native Americans to be the primary, to be like not quite black, so we're like the original Americans. A lot of whites, including myself, we do kind of contradict ourselves. Like I would date an Asian or Hispanic woman, but definitely not a black woman. Like I don't really, we do kind of, a lot of us do kind of. Generally find more appealing, and most of us are going to find Hispanic people and Asian people much more tolerable than black people, despite us looking at the box as our fellow countrymen. There you go.
How do you not date beautiful women? Is that why you were accusing me of being gay earlier? Because you're actually a bisexual? If you don't think all women are beautiful and beauty is beauty, then again, I'll just say you're low IQ and stupid.
Nobody said you can't find a black woman attractive. Nobody said that. There's signs and stuff. We go to each other's houses and all of that stuff. But it's kind of known by the time of high school that, like, yeah, they don't want you, sure, so want you talking to their daughter, though. I mean, they had a preference. That's that.
Can you refresh me on the last thing you said, Othello, because it was very compelling. You said America should be in such and such way. You said something along the lines of that America should be this way in terms of race. I just don't remember exactly what you said. Something you said triggered me. If you could just get right to the jugular. And you said it would be better for America America to be like X, Y, and Z in terms of race. I just don't remember exactly what it was you said.
When I said that blacks and whites need to fix this kind of age-old curse that we have with each other.
No, I think it was something like you were saying. Black people have some position or quality that makes them special in a way.
Okay. Well, I was just talking about industry. You know, if blacks and whites came together, and we knew how much power that we have. You know, like in industry, in culture, in entertainment. You know what I mean? And like if you see Turning Point USA, right? They're going through a whole rebranding of white people, whereas they're like, okay, it's okay to be white, right? But they're struggling to galvanize the youth, and they're struggling to get to kind of like bring in that cool factor to get people really on board. You know what I mean? So
okay,
that
wasn't it.
Hold on. Let me just get this out because let me get one idea out. So if their whole shtick is to running like a it's okay to be white kind of rival, you know what I mean? I think that's limiting. Why don't you just unite on an American thing and get unite blacks and whites, since we control all these major industries and have this influence, all over the world, Why don't we just unite as Americans and unite under one banner and really get this shit popping and really have a golden age? I think people are limiting themselves when they only focused on their specific community.
Okay, but there was definitely something that you said that tipped me off that you were like very much pro-black. There was something that you said, but never mind. We have it on replay anyway. But I have a response to both you guys, Pepe and you. So America, I'm probably just saying things you already know, but the Constitution was held up to a more idealistic standard of like moral values, human rights. It became it entered a more abstract realm or space, and pulled more away from being like an ethnic-based sort of philosophy. So now you have people of all different races in America: white, black, Asian, Hispanic, Middle Eastern, and so on, who have the same rights, right, as a citizen. So theoretically, any individual is with enough ambition can achieve any sort of position in America. And so this is how the rules of the game have been established now. And what that has allowed is for anyone to vie for these positions, as long as they, are determined and, ingenious enough to maneuver, jockey, strategize into getting into these positions.
And Grim, that's very true, Grim. I like the way you phrase some of these things. I think for me, from my perspective, I had to learn the game by myself. Nobody was teaching me the game, right? I had to go explore it. I had to go find it. I feel like in America, if you have somebody teaching you the game that's actually going to lead to prosperity, you're lucky. And, Yas and I got into it earlier, but one thing we agree on is like being black is not a monolith. But just in general, there's some Asian people in America who would do really well, but they have poor guidance. The stuff that you're saying, you're clearly well informed, and that's either from your own doing or from your family's doing. But not all people have that. That's kind of like actually a little bit of a liberty, in my opinion.
Okay, thank you. You know the difference between a native-born American and an immigrant? One is thinking that every second that passes, war. It's wartime for me, and that's the kind of mindset that I have. Not that I'm like just against everybody around me or anything like that, but just the ferocity of wanting to be the most that I can be. You know, just the level of ambition and drive to just achieve as much as I can. I feel that it's different between an immigrant and a native born. And so, what can I say? I think that may be part of the reason why Americans with numerous generations having been in America have become somewhat complacent. And that has definitely weakened their competitiveness in this very competitive country. You know, when you got all different races in a single country, you're going to have a shit ton of cutthroat competition. But the silver lining is that with such intense competition, you'll have excellence. I can compare this with the Olympics. The Olympics is where you get the best of the best, the world-class athletes to compete against each other to see who's best, right? So it's kind of the same idea here.
Grim, in 1861 to 65, Grim, you gotta realize this country had a civil war.
I'm also here to dominate, Othello.
He's a dominator, Othello. But what Grim, what you don't understand is, in 1861 to 1865, 1 million Americans killed themselves, and there were 1.5 million casualties in the Civil War. This country tore itself apart over slavery, and the reparations were paid then by the people that died, or any other benefits derived thereof. But to make claims that a black tax and reparations is the only way to solve this rift between white and black man in America is so stupid and so ignorant. It shows no spirituality. It shows no logic. No philosophical understanding or legal or law comprehension whatsoever. It's purely political. It's Marxist and communist and socialist. Jerk off, smoke a drink, have a tequila, and realize you got what you got. And there's not a speck of dust out of place in the whole universe. And the more you complain, the more you're just going to get put into a complaint department. It's pointless. Hello?
I really want to tell you something, though. Go ahead.
Did anybody say anything about reparations like this whole time? Like, did I say?
Not yet. We haven't brought that up yet.
Okay, so universe is just kind of like making false claims and kind of like projecting. Seems like. Anyway.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
No, I'm playing 3D chess. I'm 3 moves ahead of you. And I live in Chicago, where our mayor is constantly reminding us that white people have to pay black people in the city reparations, a black tax, a reparations tax. So don't tell me that I'm projecting. I'm witnessing and observing your racist bullshit, your racist traitorship. It's all criminality, fraud, and taxation. Taxation is theft. I rest my case.
That's interesting. But what he just
doing overgeneralizations. Okay, go ahead, Greg.
Well, what he said slightly counter what I was about to say, which is when a person, any person of any background, vies for a leadership position in American society, whether that's mayor, governor, or even president of the country, when they're campaigning to get people to follow them, they wouldn't use rhetoric like I am doing this for the Asian people or for the white people. That would be a quick way to not get to that position, right? The rhetoric is always they are doing their if you elect me, if you vote for me, I will do what's best for all the people. And the point here is that there's a strategy to getting to that top leadership position. There's a sort of way that you maneuver into it. And there are ways that you convey certain messages. And any race of person can do that, is my point. An Asian person can do that. A black person can do that. A Middle Eastern person can do that. And so that is how people, reach leadership positions, is they know how to play the game in a way. The vast majority of high-level, powerful, and influential positions in American society are occupied by white Americans. And they've been left mostly unchallenged in these positions that usually multiple people would be vying for. So I do think that a big part of why I'm even starting this Asian American empowerment movement, which I'm planning on making a YouTube channel for, and obviously here's my house for it. And it's
where'd they go? Oh, damn, they left. My bad.
So what I'm really trying to do is to eradicate racism against Asians. And I figured that in order to do so, I would have to accomplish two big things, which wouldn't happen in my lifetime, but still, I would try to contribute all that I can to make my small dent in the matter. One is population, and I haven't figured out how to do it, but we definitely need more population of Asians in America. Secondly, it's like what I just said, the more occupation of powerful positions in the country. And I feel like with these two things and other things too, it can change the image of, still to this day, not many other things too. The majority of Americans are still not used to seeing an Asian person speaking with a more or less perfect English accent. And that's just because there aren't that many of us in the first place. And okay, sure. I said that. That's what I'll say. Yeah.
And being the other
Grim, you're way off.
We get mocked. People say ching chong and pull the sides of their eyes.
Grim, your data's way off.
Because there aren't enough of us to show them that we too can be just as American.
Grim, your data is way off. You need to post a link to your data that actually confirms what you're saying, because my high school, and I'm white, supposedly white, my high school is 60% Asian, majority Indian, tons of South Koreans, few Chinese, but mostly Indian. The Indians have invaded America for 40, 50 years now to a very high degree. And again, it's only because there's 1.3 billion of them. And with China too, there's 1.3 billion people in China. If you wonder why there's so many engineers, it's because of the law of large numbers. And there are so many Indians and so many Chinese. That's why you have so many engineers that come from those countries. I rest my case.
It makes sense. Only 6 million South Asians in America.
You wouldn't judge high schools by the amount of Asians. High schools only. We're talking about roads.
Yo, Grim,
there's actually a lot more to that. It's just misidentified.
Grim, are you talking about the overt racism?
No, because the bro was talking about my high schoolers are more Asians than fucking Pakistanis. All right, it's the Indians and the Indians.
I'm talking about the whole range of racism.
Are you specifically talking about like East Asians when you say like Asian American empowerment, or does that apply all over the board?
No, it doesn't apply. So I have what I call the Asian test. It's very simple. If you look like you could be on the receiving end of like that crude Asian joke or humor that I kind of mentioned about pulling eyes and making fun of the way Chinese people sound.
Or saying change mode, that kind of stuff, right? Yeah.
There are 15 million Asians and 6 million Indians. 6 million South Asians, which include Bangladesh, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, countries like that. 6 million of those.
Night King, would you make fun of these Chinese people with your nigger chicken loving lips?
No, I wouldn't, you fucking gook. fucking Italian drag queen looking dumb bitch. So him, like Pepe here is like a narcissist, fake Italian, fake Mexican, fake Chinese person sometimes too. I just gave you a new character. Take it. I actually grew up in a community next to Asians and stuff like that. So there's a predominantly like Hmong population as far as just like our Asian community where I'm at.
No, but he's asking where this.
Shut up, answer. Shut up.
15 million out of 45 million Protestants, 65 million Hispanics, and nearly 200 million whites.
I can see like amongst like the population, right? And so
Before it's the ideology based on Pakistanis, right? There is an age
talking about. I wasn't sure that actually specify, like, you know, East Asians and stuff.
Within phenotypical sense, yes.
Yeah.
And on surface appearance.
And that's just because
So that disqualifies
And other things too. Yeah, they have their own percentage. Chicago, we're free to move again. Watch your words.
Chicago.
Next to Laotians and Hmongs and Koreans and all that kind of stuff.
That's
And
one
I'm an
final
Asian
question
arts
before I let you go.
practitioner.
We've talked about it time and time again how Chicago is going to take over.
Chicago, we're free to move again. Let this be losing you up.
So, what I'm saying is, I learned like a long time ago, like as a little kid, like to have like a lot of respect for, you know, different communities and stuff like that. And I actually had a lot of Asian friends. So the people that you talking about that made fun of them and shit like that, I used to beat they ass. I used to kick they fucking ass. We used to kill them on the playground. Not literally, but like beat they fucking ass.
I get it. No, it's cool.
But you know, Graham, what you talking about is
Always be ready to survive.
stereotypes.
This is your moment to grab free necklaces. Tap here now. Answer 2 quick questions and we'll send them straight across your
Stereotypes. I would say the racism that you find, I would say don't try and fight racism. Like, yeah, you can, but I would spend more time like,
I just asked because ABC.
hold on. I would more so try and fight the covert, subtle racism that you can find in Asian communities against other people. So I know for a fact that your parents, they're like, don't bring a black person.
He said he beats them up.
Yeah. I'm not talking about that. Give me a second. So I know that your parents and whatnot, they have subtle racism towards black people. Don't bring a black person to this house. Don't date a black person. You know, but doesn't that go on?
Yes, you're right. I think generally, but my parents are pretty cool, so
It's
they weren't like that.
actually like detrimental racism.
No. He's from a good place. But
All right,
Hold on.
Malik is not from a good place. He's a Sikh.
all right. I don't think he's gonna.
Who's a Sikh?
I think I need to remove him because.
No, sorry, you like to Sikh. I meant. Sorry, I meant like you like to Sikh. Sorry.
You know what? I need to set a standard for a certain level of English proficiency. Purple, you're blurting out too much. Hey, I want to say something to rest my case while I have you guys here.
Why, you a Sikh by any chance? Not that hasty.
Looking for Sikhs, yeah, like him.
Look, okay. Okay, so this is actually I wish Pepe could hear me. This is more for him, I think, than anyone. I came to America when I was 4 in 1994, And I'm so thankful that I feel so lucky and fortunate that I got to grow up here in America because I grew up in this, great environment of such freedom. I've become the kind of person that I have, outspoken, bold, brave, and free thinking. Had I grown up, is that the right? Had I lived in Korea all my life, I'm definitely sure that I wouldn't have turned out the way that I did. I would have been just another Korean guy among the crowd, nameless, just another nobody. But here, I was able to develop this personality and attitude that's larger than life, and it's thanks to America, growing up here. So my point is that I developed this way because I grew up here, and I'm Asian. So it's possible for more Asians to also be like me. So the point is that the biggest reason why, the biggest thing you'll get out of growing up in America is being as free of a human being that any society the world has seen yet could offer.
And that's because of the law. There's only one thing that gives us that joy. It's the law. And when you break the law, you have to suffer the consequences. But in this country, there are no consequences for breaking the law anymore. You're released on an ankle monitor, and then you go commit the crime again on the train. And you go light some girl on fire, slice her throat, or you kidnap some white kid and abuse him in your house for weeks on end. There's no consequences in this country. It's because of woke Democrat judges. I rest my case.
One more thing, because I think Pepe wants to say something. One more thing, just last follow-up comment there is, for all those who were born and raised here or born here, well, lucky for you. You consider yourself lucky as hell. And for all of us, the rest of us who claw our way to, start a life in America, good on you if you succeed. Okay, once we're all here, native born or immigrant, it's go time. It's competition. So the last words I would say is let the best man win.
I would say this. There's a bunch of things. So I think even with mostly white people, we still make racist jokes. Like, you see how I was talking? I mean, Knight knows me, knows I'm playing. I don't talk to him like that in a serious manner. But like, we all do kind of make fun of each other. That is like what men have always done. We make like race jokes towards each other, and that includes accents, and we just make fun of each other. It's like, I think, kind of normal. And whites do it amongst each other in terms of whatever sub-ethnicity they are of European descent. And I'd say it's kind of interesting because, like, I went to a Catholic schools. Now, my elementary Catholic school, that was one of the churches that had a Korean mass. It had masses in Korean. And so we had Korean nuns and stuff. You had a few Korean kids, but I mean, my experience is, you said you're of Korean descent, is Koreans are perhaps the most westernized in a weird way than all of the other Asians. And for whatever reason, they don't see, you have little Korean towns, but it's like, who hangs out there? It's like the old ladies and the old men from the old country. And that's like really all you see. The kids, the first generation, are almost completely assimilated. Unlike, it can be a little bit different with the Chinese. Some of them do assimilate, but I would say often they're far more likely to remain in their little ethnic enclaves. And you would tend to see it. You saw it for a generation or two when it came to even the Vietnamese and Laotians and Cambodians and stuff, but it's weird. I don't really. Do you live in a place where there's even a Korean community? Or are you just one of the Koreans like the few that's sprinkled in amongst a bunch of other people?
Someone way earlier asked me, where in California am I from? I grew up in Santa Cruz as a kid, and then starting in middle school, sorry for huffing and puffing, I'm almost done with my workout. I moved to Monterey and did middle and high school there, but I'm over here in New York now. But anyway, where I grew up in Santa Cruz, Monterey area, they were nice areas. And
no, I've been there. I've been to them.
But yeah, there were Korean.
I knew you were Northern Cali. I knew it. Would have bet my bank account on it.
But I mean, I'm just curious though. So you didn't pick up like the whites and Mexicans making fun of each other quite a bit?
No, that didn't happen so much in the school.
Holy shit! Really?
Some of you guys may have heard of
my brother and my brother, his wife, and niece.
People will know about Pebble Beach, which is next to that too.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, I had a pretty good. See, what I tell people is, I only really started to face way more racism. In fact, almost like, well, I mean, I did get little pokes and prods when I was growing up as a kid, but barely anything compared to once I became an adult. Because people aren't going to really pick on kids in a racist way, but once you're all grown up, you'll face more of it, and also there are softer ways that I'm affected, like dating. Try being an Asian guy on a dating app. You won't fare
Can
terribly.
I ask a question if you don't mind answering? How tall are you?
I'm 5'6".
5'6". All right. Well, I mean,
I'm 5'6.5", but of course I'll round down.
But I would say that with Asians, I think that the biggest problem with them is that women in the West have like Western standards for like height and that kind of shit. An exception, they tend to be a little bit taller.
Yeah, I take after my mom. My mom's short.
But I mean, if you compare, like I can only imagine if I moved to like American Samoa and trying to date there, all would be like, first of all, I'd have to find women that are taller than me, and it'd probably be rough.
Oh man, you're a handsome gentleman, man. Go downtown to Soho. You know what I mean? Get you a bag of cocaine. Get you a section.
Cocaine in a section is nuts. Yo, why you telling them that, Bello?
You're from Monterey and all that. That changes the game for me. Dude, honestly, were there any black people near you when you were growing up? Like what percent of your...
No, not in my school, but then you go to the next city over, and it's Seaside, and then you'll have,
Seaside, get it in.
Yeah, but then also just culturally speaking, from what I know about that area around San Francisco, from a perspective of like the American dream and education, it is probably one of like top 2 or 3 most competitive areas in the country for that kind of stuff. So I'm starting to kind of follow just geographically and culturally what part of California you're from, and kind of some of the stuff you're saying and why it's making more sense to me personally.
And not bragging at all, it's like one of the best areas in California.
I'm aware. I went to University of Chicago, and we had a lot of kids. I hired a lot of kids from there actually. So one other thing though, man, that you're kind of saying, like you're giving your vision of like, this room, your YouTube channel, this and that. And I don't want to correct you because I'm not saying you're doing anything wrong.
I've heard it all, so go ahead.
Yeah, but there's some big factors that you're kind of missing, because to me, the way I'm framing what you're saying is, I think that you're not content with the power dynamics and the influence dynamics of Asian American men in this country.
No, actually, I said it earlier. It's not even that. I'm not disgruntled by the low representation of Asians in powerful positions. It's about the racism that Asians get, and I thought a solution to that, one of the solutions, is to have more Asians in powerful positions.
Sure, but
look, black people, we get racism. Hispanic people get racism. What's so special about you? I'm confused.
Because the way we get made fun of, it's like nails on a chalkboard. I've as far back as I can remember, I always detested it, and I always was so enraged by it. It's going to be part of my material, part of my content. That was my natural reaction. Therefore, I believe that is the correct reaction to have.
I mean, respectfully, I feel like to experience racism is to be American or to be foreign or to be not of the original people. It's not exclusive to you, and I understand that. But
let me make one little distinction. So for black Americans, they get made fun of, by being called the N-word and being called slummy and things like that. But it's all in the context of being in America. They don't. Whereas Asian people, they get made fun of for how Asians are in Asia. You see the distinction? African American,
No, that's not true.
Black American people. But generally though,
we make fun of
from
you.
my life experience, you understood what I meant. I've hardly seen any Black Americans get made fun of, saying like, "Oh, look at you're like
scratcher when I was a kid."
Yeah, but like the Black Americans will make fun of the African and white people will make fun of Black people, and we will compare them to Africans and monkeys and apes. And what I think is kind of different about the Asian racism is, at the end of the day, white people have a respect for Asians because they are hardworking, they tend to be intelligent, and there's nothing. They had when it comes to Black people, we criticize and we do it in both the maybe like friendly ways. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
Black Americans.
Let me finish my point. She's trying to talk all the time. Shut the fuck up and let me finish my fucking point. But when it comes to Black people,
It's not even a real
it can be like us just kind of making fun of something like, oh, they like chicken, nothing too bad. But then it can go in straight into us.
You're not white.
You dumb bitch.
You're not white. Stop coping.
Alright, let me finish my fucking point, bitch.
Bitch, you
We don't care. You're a fucking
Black booty cheeks pounded.
shut the fuck up, bro. You're a fucking tapeworm.
Just let him land and y'all, and we gonna
I got the shit smacked out of him, bro. You can finish, but just hurry up. We don't.
Okay, zip it, chimp. Now, all I'm trying to say is, do you see most belittling and like dehumanizing language to them, and then like when we end up doing it to Black people, though, we can point out to how Black people are doing all over the world. We literally compare them to monkeys and say how they're fucking stupid and they're born lesser than. Like, that is the difference, I think, between the racism Blacks get and the Asians get. Asians, we compare you to people from East Asia and go, ching chong, ha ha ha, that kind of stuff. I get it. It's annoying, but it's...
What he's saying is that the race...
All right, can I go now? Because I've been listening. We absolutely do not need to change the aesthetic of America to look like you. That would be very depressing. I don't want to look past...
No.
I'm not around the kids no more.
You see the trigger. You see how triggered?
Let that Black person speak. Let her
All right, can I finish speaking, Grim?
Yeah, let her have her say.
Okay, Grim. So absolutely not. I think you guys deserve your own enclave so that you guys can be our worker class. I do believe that you are a worker class.
You hear this?
You're already doing better than whites. What are you talking about?
I know that, but they have to work.
You don't want you should get your own enclave and be a worker
They
class.
have to work. What do you want? Go ahead. Did I miss one?
Did you miss the part when I said that I grew up here for the majority of my life since I was 4 years old? I became developed the personality that I have, the attitude that I have, the ambition, the worldview that I have. And had I grown up in Korea, I would definitely not have been the same person.
I mean, you probably would have been fried chicken. You probably would have been a half African American, half Korean mutt baby from wars. There's a lot of different realities you could have landed in. You know, we know that a lot of your Southern Korean women are easy licks, and unfortunately, a lot of Black American men population over there. So, I mean, I guess you missed that by a little bit of a slingshot. But Grim, I'm just from listening to you for the last hour, and I've been very patient. We actually don't need you here. I've heard you try to pronounce a couple words and you couldn't really do it. It's really embarrassing because I heard you were talking about the Black American accent.
No. Okay, my response to you, look, this is my response. It's real quick and simple. Is go ahead and try and stop us.
You're gonna stop yourself. You're Korean. Chinese people don't like you like that. Like you're coping. Chinese people don't even see you as an equal. You're coping right now. You are the lesser class of. Excuse me, can I finish? You are the lesser class of Asians. Like Chinese people do not look at you as
a higher class of Asians.
And the fact that
they're known for looking down on the Chinese.
Why are we listening to this mixed
are
race?
the fucking Japanese.
Why are we listening to this mixed race?
Hold on. I got you, man. I got you. This one. Okay, so Vil, they are one of the higher echelon of Asians. He's from the Samsung culture, right? The Sony culture, right? The music, the K-pop, BTS culture, right? And so, hold on. Because a lot of them over there own the masters of the people that you know, grew up listening to. One being Michael Jackson, right?
They still have music.
Of course. But they got it. No matter how they got it, they got it.
They stole our fried chicken.
Hey, I want to. All right, here.
Cool. I just wanted to lay it out on the line right here where y'all sit. That was an actual line of Asian. Yeah. No, she's just a Black American woman. She's regular. All I'm saying is, hold on. All I'm saying is, where they sit though, far as like the hierarchy of Asians, would be more closer to the top than the bottom. Especially him. You're South Korean, right?
They're at the top with the Japanese.
Hold on. We gotta get specifications. Grim, you're from a South Korean culture, right?
I'll tell you like this.
You wouldn't be North Korean, hello?
I didn't come from a country you can't leave from.
So hold on.
I didn't come from the country you can't leave from.
Hold on. Wait, who came from where? My Hapkido teacher and my Taekwondo teacher was also from that. So you're actually in a more middle line. You're shit, man. You damn it.
Wait, so 19? Are you foreign? Wait, 19? Are you foreign? Wait, are you a foreigner? 19? Because he said.
Let's not forget what Vel said here, which was incredibly racist. She said she wants you South Koreans to live in an enclave and to be the worker class. She doesn't like you, and she wants you to serve her, and you have to live separately. She believes in Jim Crow laws and slavery servitude to serve her. You heard it, I heard it, and I didn't know black supremacy was a thing.
Those top lady boys look better than black women, though.
Let me tell you.
This man just said lady boys are more attractive than women. Lady boys are more attractive than black women. You're still a sitter leg. You know what that is? Black women look like linebackers. I don't need to be attracted to them.
White boys are free. That's why you don't get picked for sport.
I got my final response.
You know that Grim is 5'4"?
sorts of other shit. So that's why you can see what you mentioned, right, with the fried chicken recipe and all that shit. That shit was more than just.
Yeah, Black Americans still going over there.
Yeah, but in World War II, they didn't
war.
In World War II, they didn't allow blacks to go to the front line and fight with the whites because the biggest fear of a black. No, but the reason. No, this is why we know. And the reason why is because we got a lot confused. No, the reason why is because they were afraid. They were afraid that the white people, white troops, would end up shooting the blacks. That's actually what we're fact. Yeah, we know this. It's well admitted. It's literally, it's fucking proven. What the fuck are you talking about? It's part of our history.
It's part of our history.
They never let black troops fight on the front line with white troops. The only black troops that could fight on the front line were by themselves. They were never allowed to go with white troops. Oh, by the way, they did. By the way, yeah, when it comes to Hispanics, Native Americans, and Asians, they fought on the first lines with whites.
And who did you fight with? Because your ass ain't you.
You know, we're talking about the history of the United States when it came to you trying to say like because like we didn't always fight together. I mean, let's just be real.
Aren't you from Corsica?
No, I was born here.
Stop lying, nigga. You said you.
No, it was a troll. It was a troll.
Nigga,
No, it's not a troll. He's actually from there. We know that thing. No, I know.
You was born in Corsica. Why are you lying?
I was literally born. I don't even speak French. You're like, what the fuck?
You're from Corsica, my dude.
I don't speak French.
I got this great speech I kind of put together in my mind. I don't know if it'll come out right, but if you'll allow me, maybe it'll be a few minutes. I don't know. Okay, so the first thing I would say to you, Belle, is we're not going to stop coming. We're going to keep trying to come. And alright, so
deport them out.
And keep on coming.
For you to tell me that you was coming for your whole way. For you to tell me that me and my people should stop coming here and should go back, that actually causes the opposite of what you want. You know, by hearing that, I want to defy you even more. And let's see. Let me say one more thing. You know, I don't know how much you know about Korean history, but we are a proud people with a long, noble history. A history filled with royalty, nobility, kings, emperors.
From none of that though.
And fast forward to I'm full-blooded Korean.
That's
Yeah, but you came from a bunch of nappy ancestors that were literally chucking spears and so all fucking people. What do you want? That's the kind of royalty you come from, so shut the fuck up. You fucking nappy-headed half-chicken, fucking hybrid, shut the fuck up.
I know I'm the big
You're trying to get it back.
I know y'all like
Oh yeah, Pepe loves this lady voice. That's why he's excited
trying to stick up for the Asian dude, just so you could get some Asian poom poom.
Alright,
You know I was back here long enough to rocket launcher, right? So let me let you know something. Those are only certain Asians and certain Koreans, right? There are some that's been decimated, like the Silla culture, right? Yeah, hold on.
None of that.
Hold on. We can't look. We can't overlook because contextually,
Them
right?
niggas wearing makeup and shit now.
Some of
Nobody
this
cares.
shit do matter. Yeah, the men too. That's true. And that's
Yeah, they wear makeup. I don't want to hear about them. I don't give a fuck.
hold on. But you in the room with them. So you gotta hear
Yeah,
about
because we gonna talk about black supremacy.
Yeah.
Not Asian supremacy.
Hold on. Asians are superior to your black South America. You don't know I'm the mud dick eater. But look, Grim, how do you feel about I'm on
almost not. But how do you feel about those Korean men dyeing their hair, painting their nails, putting on makeup?
That's
real
absolute. Right. Just
I'm trying to get to that.
Okay, but which group of men has the highest participation rate in the LGBTQ community? It is literally black males. They are overrepresented in the United States.
Black is gay, black is gay,
Can't even talk right.
Go ahead, girl. You want to?
Bless all, folks. Shut up.
Yeah, go ahead. Let this nappy-headed sister speak.
Yeah, because she talking shit to me, and I'm trying to take up for her.
5'6", like think about this. Imagine if every man in this country was like 5'4", like.
You know, technically every war is actually just a spear chucker war. And if we were to compare kingdoms and kings and nobility from large architecturally based cities to mud huts in the Senegal, what's important to know is that you have witnessed on this stage a female acting like a black supremacist, telling a Korean that he can have an enclave and that he'll have to serve her. Looks like we've done the science experiment, we've proven our hypothesis. Congratulations, Grim.
Fully and properly calling someone else below 70.
That's how short men are. They just start rambling. They just angry little people.
And for Pepe, Pepe, you let a Jew cook you on stage about Iranian conflict.
Which one?
So, some little Jewish dude, that was like 3 weeks ago. That was
one Jew from Canada that likes to get this.
Right before
he's a recent convert. He didn't cook.
He still cooked you. He still embarrassed you. He embarrassed you. You looked like you had an IEP for a teacher. You had sounded like you actually sound he sunned you. You look like water is in. Oh, you look like
darker than me.
Chip.
You're darker than me.
I know, I'm a quadroon.
Yes, now you quadroon.
You guys think like where does this white guy who has like a lot of these white qualities, but then he chimps out all the time and crashes out all the time? I inherited some of your guys' DNA. That's why.
Yo, Graham.
That's it.
So yeah, like I said, it's a little disingenuous, man, for you to trip over stereotypes. Like I said, when you are respected at the same time. If you find a black person dating an Asian person, right, the black family is not going to ostracize or kick out that family member just for bringing an Asian person around. But if you flip that, right, you find a lot of Asian people are leaving their families if they end up with a black man or a black woman and what. So at the same time, you're mad because you said imagine an Asian person on a dating website. And so you're saying that now these westernized Asian women, because of the racism, they see you guys as weak, as docile. And like I said, that's cultural because you guys are not on like the independent vibe. You guys think more as a unison. And so I see a lot of Asian men, they're turning into incels. Because they feel like the women don't want them, because in the Western world, the women, they want audacity, they want a leader, they want someone that's outspoken, you know what I mean? They want someone that's innovative, right? And so in the Asian culture, you don't really find that. Why? Because you guys are more so following the blueprint.
But I think that's partially true, though, because like what women want, and this is where I'm going to be realistic and compare the Asian men to white men. I will compare them to blacks because that would be mean. But women do heavily.
They don't want you. They don't know. You're saying, wait, I just wanted to ask you a question. So you said Korean women have the best pussy. What about white women? White women aren't good enough for you anymore? Have they expired?
Yeah.
White women out of style?
I love white women.
Actually, yes, they have expired. And I don't really respect white women. I think that like just because they were existing in the false reality that white men have created, and they were just tagging along, and they were more so buying.
So you blame white women because of white men? What?
You gotta shut the fuck up, John Kitover. Go ahead.
Hold on. And just for so long, they weren't thinking for themselves. I don't know. I don't find them attractive anymore. I'm sorry. I don't find white women attractive.
Well, at least you can admit that you don't find them attractive.
I forget what I was gonna say because that guy butted in.
Attack that.
That guy butted in, but I was gonna have a question. Who was saying what right before that?
Well,
I don't know.
well,
Yeah, let's just move this conversation forward. Let's not go back to things Pepe can't even remember.
Can't help it.
But anyway, like I said, Bill, we're gonna keep coming, and what are you gonna do? Are you gonna try and we're reading?
I remember what I was gonna say.
Nobody cares, Pepe. Shut up.
I remember what I was gonna say. So that guy was saying how Ardella was saying how there's all of these traits that like white Western men, I don't know what he was referring to, have their different in comparison to Asians that women find attractive. But in reality, though, what women also find attractive is like when it comes to like marriage material, it's like stability, financial security. And of course, like if you want a woman that's not like retarded, but maybe she's educated herself, you're gonna care like okay, well, like how intelligent are you? What have you achieved academically? And of course, their income and all of that shit. And, you're going to have a level of stability, and I guess like you're going to have a lot of the things that make you suitable for marriage that they'll have in comparison to white men at a higher degree.
Yeah, it would be like it wouldn't be fair if I didn't follow up with another addition to that list. So there are, among the Asian population, there are Chad-looking, masculine, good-looking, handsome Asian men. They're just not promoted. They're not shown in the media enough. And so we've been, for the longest time, we've been stuck with this stereotypical image of Asian men as being, weak.
If I was to go to San Francisco, for example, or just the Bay Area in general, and look at and encounter every Asian male I saw. The amount of Asian males we would see from a Western white male's perspective that would have like an imposing, athletic, large.
Oh, you're rambling. They're all getting bred out. They're all getting bred out.
Shut your fucking
mouth.
They're not
breeding with you.
Okay, go get your chocolate cheeks clapped. Okay, cupcake. You want some white icing on those black buns. You fucking homo. Shut up.
You want.
That's what you like it. You down low, bro. That's all you are. Shut up. But what I was gonna say is, if you were to look at all of the Asians that you would encounter on any given day, the likely you would end up shut your fucking whore mouth. Go back to burning the cum bubbles out of your black ass. You fucking faggot. Shut up. You're going to hell, sodomite. Shut up.
You gotta realize South Asians need protection against the sun. They can't get that with the pig.
South Asians are dark.
Yes, they're dark, but they want to keep that darkness going. Breeding with a pork skin mutant like you would not.
Nobody's talking about I'm not talking about us mating with them. What the fuck are you talking about?
I want to highlight.
We're talking about no. Hold on. He made the claim. Shut up, you fucking pussy.
You're queer.
Okay, so what Grim? I'm trying to get back to what Grim was saying because like this is so we're getting derailed so much over these petty insults. Now,
it's not like a fucking
when it comes to all right, so he can't stop himself. Now, when it comes to Asian males, as I was saying, Grim, like if you were to go around the San Francisco Bay Area and you were to encounter, and you were to like take a note on every Asian male you saw, you're going to encounter far more white people. Shut your fucking mouth. You're gonna encounter far more white. Shut, dude. You're gonna have to like do something with this idiot. He's not letting the whole fucking. You're not letting the conversation happen.
You seem hesitant to say, so I said before you.
Monkey chimp, shut up.
I was saying the vast majority of those Asian men are not ugly, is what you're.
No. I didn't say no. I didn't say ugly. What I was gonna say. Okay, no, shut the fuck up.
Voices. All of you have high-pitched voices. Put muscle on this nigga. But you all have high-pitched voices.
All right, dude, he's just trolling Grim. Like I can't talk while he's talking. He's not even staying on topic. He's fucking retarded.
Feminine that you don't have.
Okay, we're talking about. Let me finish my point. You fucking low-life nigger. Shut the fuck up.
I want to hear the tone.
Okay, I want to hear this since I got it wrong. What is it?
Sure. So if you were to look at, for example, all the Asians you encounter in the Bay Area and all the whites, that you could probably count on, make a very short list of the number of Asians you saw that would have like a big, athletic, imposing figure. But you would see men, even white men that don't work out. The same goes with black men. We're roughly comparable in size, and you would see there is like on average there is a real difference between Asians and for example, sub-Saharan West Africans and whites, and so and that is I think that's what holds. I think that is one of the things, the selection biases that Western women have, and unfortunately even some Asian women. But it's not necessarily because of like the facial symmetry or the behavior, or because you guys aren't good enough. By most, if you're looking for somebody who's like marriage material, generally Asians are outbeat us whites.
But that's not why Asian women go for whites. When you actually talk to them, because I actually get this from them, it's really because they think y'all are rich. They think you have. You're going to give them access to wealth and resources. And sometimes it's true, a lot of times it's not. But when it comes to looks, athletic ability, they're going for black.
East Asians have higher incomes than us.
They have higher incomes, but their parents choose to marry other wealthy people.
The highest earners in the United States, on average, are fucking Asians. What are you talking about? That doesn't mean anything.
Jesus. No, but like even Southeast Asians, like the Vietnamese that did not used to do pretty well, they actually outperform white males today.
Why y'all being obtuse? Yes, Asian women like white men. We know that.
Yeah, we know that. And so, Pepe, what you're missing is none of that matters. Grim, like, let's just say Grim makes $500,000 a year, right? But he's saying because of the stereotypes, and he's also blaming racism, which I don't think that's fair. He's saying that even his own women, right, are choosing the black and the white man over him.
Well, they overwhelmingly choose white men. I don't know if they choose black men.
No, they're going. No. Now
they are.
Now they're going black. They're going black, and they are noticing this. And even if you go to Instagram, right, and you see these black and Asian couples, you go into the comments.
He's shitting his pants.
The Asian men are doing the same thing that the white men used to do when they see black and white. They're like, oh my God, mud shark. Oh, you're messing up the bloodline. They're turning into the incels.
Well, why shouldn't they be allowed to do that?
Look, I mean, do what you want. What I'm saying is you're missing this part is that the Asian...
Well, you police them. That's not your thought.
That's why I'm trying to improve the image of Asian.
Yes, the Asian woman in the West, and even now going into Asia, because, they're choosing the white and the black man.
Well, first of all, I can look at the interracial marriage data, which doesn't show necessarily who's fucking, but the vast majority of interracial marriages, we can see who's marrying who, and the white women, the Asian women, I don't even know if it registers as 1% are marrying black men, but they are marrying white men.
So what about white women outnumber the Asian men?
That was true in the early 2000s, but now what you find?
No, this came out like 2 months ago. The latest data on that. White women are actually now. This latest data shows that white women are actually the most race loyal
Like you just take over the stage for me. So to the black men on the stage, right? And then you only have one Asian in the room. He's quiet. Like, are y'all not embarrassed by like how y'all act?
Yeah, I gotta get my fingers in front of an Asian. That's kind of ironic.
What are y'all over here talking about? No, they date us too. They date us too. Put us in the category. I just always like to sit back and listen to black men when they're trying to include themselves in another person's racial category so bad. I think the stats show very clearly that overwhelmingly Asian women are dating white men. They're not overwhelmingly.
No, I think the majority of them still date Asian. I think the majority is still Asian.
Like, what are you arguing about over here? No, they date us too. They date us too. Shut up. Like, there's Asian men that date black women. Okay, can I fucking finish, bro? But the numbers don't. It still doesn't add up.
You know what? Let's make something else up, though.
It's not a fucking debate.
No, but I think we should make something else up. There's one group of women that do worse. So if we flip the category, so men versus women, there's one group that is the most stigmatized and avoided when it comes to dating, and that is black women. In fact, they have less prospects than at least.
That's never been my reality. I think
that's fine, sister.
I don't know. Like y'all, I hear this. Like, hold on.
That's anecdotal.
I hear a lot of this rhetoric.
No, that the data has shown that. There's actually been several, and when it comes to the dating app companies, they literally have been trying to come up with.
And I know that's what the stats say, and it's usually black women are least likely to date out. They just are.
No, they're least liked by everybody.
They're least likely to date out of their race.
No, white women are.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
White women on average are fucking these other groups of men.
You guys are very race loyal. I'll give you that. You guys are very race loyal. White women barely out-edge. White women barely out-edge black women.
You can't.
Yes.
You can actually go to certain.
The latest statistics show that.
Can you take the fuck up?
Where you getting them
if you go into the room, you can literally see the dynamic of so many biracial fucking mutt kids from black men and white women. So like, it's a fucking epidemic in certain parts of the country.
Epidemic?
Yes. So this whole notion of white women are so race loyal. White women are not race loyal.
Where I'm from, look, it's motherfuckers that get out of jail and just go to a white woman and shit like that. Overwhelmingly, you can see it's like even with the immigration and shit like that, it's a black man and a white woman. I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Yeah, where I live at, it's like that.
To get to that data and shit like that, you will have to actually know where them polls are at the vote. And I don't think like people is just online searching for these polls and shit and saying like, hey, I'm a motherfucking goddamn, white woman dating a black man. You don't see them doing all of that shit.
Okay, but this is also where the dating apps start to become very, they start to become very crucial because, of course, the people that, like, I think Match.com now is on dating apps. You low IQ fucking monkey. Go back to wearing a bowl in your fucking lip and doing something useful, like jerking off into a chimp's mouth and chucking a spear at I don't know, the chimp afterwards. I don't know. Like, that's jerking off. This is low IQ chimp energy. Shut your low IQ baboon mouth.
You're jacking off.
You are dirty.
You're exposing yourself.
I don't give a fuck.
I know, just shut the fuck up and let people talk. You speak. You like to, you just disrupt me whenever I speak because that's what you do. You have nothing intelligent to say. But when it comes to these dating apps,
you have a speech.
Okay, they do absolutely. They want everybody to see. You just don't shut up while I'm talking. That's all you can do. You can't say anything intelligent.
You whine like a little bitch.
And you are a little bitch, faggot. Now bend over and spread those chocolate cheeks.
You see,
that's what you want to eat raised by some white meat. what you have.
I know it's a lot of gay.
Shake that booty, nigga.
But y'all have to calm down. We're on Clubhouse.
I'm gay. The fuck is
Yeah, you gay ass nigga. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, Grim, is this how the Asian community is how y'all get down?
But no, wait, look, they don't have niggas in their community. That's the unfortunate
Yes, they do.
This is the Asian room. This is Grim's room.
Yeah, but then a bunch of niggas came in here and fucked it up, didn't they?
Nah.
Yeah, that's what everywhere you guys go, you fuck it up.
I've been in here listening very quietly for like almost an hour before I started.
But when it comes to the dating apps, like Match.com owns most of these apps now, like OkCupid, Tinder, all of these it's basically under one conglomerate. They have, and this has been released, they do have, basically they get together and they try to find how can we make the app more positive for black women. They do have this consistent problem with Latinos, whites, Asians, everybody not liking black women. Yes, I'm sure there's a few that men like. Amazing. That is where they get discriminated against. And the reason why, you can say that's not real life or that's not marriage, but that does show when people can see that nobody is looking, it doesn't matter as a black woman. It doesn't matter as a black woman.
Okay.
Let me finish.
What are you finish?
Let me finish.
Shut the fuck up for a second.
Let me finish.
God damn, nigga.
No, let me finish, you dumb bitch. Let me finish.
Put your fucking mic down.
No, I'm going to finish. I have one sentence to finish. All you have to do is shut the fuck up for one minute.
No got a husband. There's no way women.
Now, when it comes to
he's the woman in the
when it comes to shut you fucking okay, you queer Negro, shut the fuck up. So
that was sweet.
Yeah, so when people are swiping, they think privately, and nobody can tell who they're attracted to, like on an app. They're not swiping on black women. That's just a fact.
Wait, but Pepe.
Hold on.
Bill. Watch it. How much of the national average of the population is actually on dating apps, right? And so the data that I got.
And how many black women are on? It's not a lot.
It's roughly 18 to 23%. And it's a lot. You can't go outside on that app.
Yeah, but these are obviously 18 to 23% when you just the single population is a pretty big chunk of the population.
No, it ain't. In comparison to like real world data, right?
18 to 23? Are you saying that is a huge fucking sample size?
Most of them are men. Can you add that in there?
Yeah, a lot of them are men.
And they're trying, and they were seeing that men in general, okay, even your own men, this is the funny part, even black men, okay, like white and Asian women and Hispanic women more than they like black women. Every race of men likes other women besides black women.
Okay.
That is a fucking fact.
You keep saying the same shit. So let me say this, right? Never had that fucking problem. This is why I believe a lot of those stats are screwed to the amount of black women that are actually on these apps. I've never had a problem with an Asian, a white, black, Hispanic man coming towards me and trying to date me or spend money on me or do whatever with me. Never had the problem. So,
Most of them people that's on them apps are white women.
And if I would have showed you when I went on Hinge, how many white men in my area wanted to date me, and I live in a very nice area, you'll be surprised, Pepe, because y'all push these stereotypes, and I think a lot of this stuff is to deter black women from wanting to date out. You know, I don't know, it's kind of weird where y'all come from this place, but
yeah, because you guys end up at the end of the day having different children. You're not white, you're still black.
Calm down. So when you look
okay, linebacker, bitch, go ahead, my bad.
Oh my God.
See, Val, what you don't understand is these gentlemen are actually statisticians, and they're all just arguing and debating statistics. And I don't think you have actually done any statistical research like Dr. Pepe here, who is a bona fide and certified statistician. Thank you very little. I am complete.
What the fuck? Anyways, most of these apps are dominated by men. So first off, men are not getting actual dates off these apps on average any fucking way.
What does that even mean, not getting dates on average? I'm very confused. What are you trying to say? What's your point? Are you offering different sample sizes? Are you a statistician? Do you have a point? Is this just personal?
Because I'm fucking lonely as shit and I get no date. They like you. They just like you. And that fucking PTR looking lonely as shit.
It is a lot of women.
At night. That's what they look like.
It is a lot
They
of
look
women.
like Pepe.
Guess what?
Well, here we are, all together, lonely on a conference call app. Val, are you projecting? You could be projecting, Val. Val, try to record yourself or listen to the replays and then think about yourself and say, was I projecting? Or was I statistically accurate? It's something to consider, Val.
Out of that whole 18, are white women, right? And so those are huge because ugly, fucking white women that don't get elected.
Night King is the raging alcohol.
Hold on.
Most men on these apps
You're
are not
raging
getting
me
a
talk.
date.
It doesn't matter if they get a date. The app is monitoring who they swipe right on. Okay, so whether or not they get dates, they do not like to swipe on black women. That's what you don't like. You guys are the least desired women in the fucking country. And perhaps the world. That is the truth.
It's so stupid.
So cut it out.
Listen, this is Pepe at his finest. Let's be honest. See, what Pepe is saying is not controversial, and in fact, it's the consensus. But some people just don't like the truth because the truth hurts. And I didn't know black supremacy was a thing here on Clubhouse until I heard Val say that she thinks all Asians ought to live in a conclave. And in that conclave, they should be worker bees for her. Val is actually a black supremacist. And any man that swipes right on her on Hinge or Bumble will live to regret it. I am complete. Thank you all very little.
Constantly online, every day. There's only one race of women that are online every day talking about how much dating sucks. Okay, and who was that? Who was that talking about how much dating sucks? It is literally black women. Asian women are on here bitching about, we can't get men. This sucks. You don't see Hispanic women saying, we can't get good men. This sucks. You don't see white women doing it. You know what you see? You see nappy-headed,
That's why he's spiraling.
butt strike, square back built, linebacker built bitches. Okay, yeah, with the fucking blue on weaves, talking about how they can't get any goddamn dates. They can't get a good man. We deserve to suffer that. Where's my nigga gonna, where's my nigga ever gonna pay for me? For being a little mouth ghetto bitch. That's all you guys do.
He's chipping out. You see him? He's chipping out.
No, well, I have to chip out. I'm amongst a bunch of chips. I have to speak in your language. I have to chip out. Yeah, I'm having to chip out. I'm having a loud mic. I'm having to do all of that shit. Because you guys are chipping out.
You're a little big.
You big baboon bitch. Shut the fuck up. You have nothing but a beef butt. For a fucking butt. That's all you fucking got. You fucking faggot.
All you do is
You have darts in that fucking word all day too, don't you?
It's my laughter. That's my amusement.
Your amusement. I don't give a fuck how amused you are. I just think it's funny to talk over you. You're chipping out.
You are a mixed race baby.
I'm not mixed race, you stupid bitch. I'm 100% European.
Never be white.
I'm 100% European, you dumb whore.
You're way darker than me.
I'm darker than you. Yeah, right.
Yeah, you are dark. What are you talking about?
Oh, I'm darker than her. Oh, okay. You're
right
really
by PTR.
You're darker than me also.
Your complexion's a little darker.
I'm sure.
I think you tan too much. Stay out the fucking sunbed, idiot.
Oh, amazing.
Like a fucking.
Wait. Let's let Grim get back in here. Grim, what do you think about these data, statistics, and all of that kind of shit that you heard?
He looks like a rotten tomato. Put your picture up, baby nigga.
When you guys were clamoring for like a
I'll steal your wife. Oh, you don't have one. You like leaderboard.
You know that scene in the movie where the guy's starting to hear voices in his head? That's what it is. Bruce Almighty.
So why do you want to come to this country and this is how we act? Like this is every day in America, you know that? We're chaotic, we're scared.
Yeah, why would you want to take this over?
You want to come over here with us with the rednecks?
Yeah, and then you made a
One of
new
them
career
is
that's crazy.
crazy.
I want to know, like,
Exactly what you just demonstrated is exactly why. Because once all the dust settles, I feel that we can come to a much better resolution this way than to be in a country where they oppress the people's freedom of speech.
I mean, okay, so
No.
that ain't gonna work. And then earlier, you was like talking about like
It's better to have this, this chaos than to have control from above.
Speak more to that. Yeah, speak more to that. What do
There's
you
nothing
think?
to say. 3 words: freedom of speech.
Okay.
Something that China
You
doesn't
think
have.
that's an absolute?
I just found out the UK doesn't even have it. People are getting arrested and put in jail for social media posts.
Absolutely. You can go to jail for cussing in Trinidad. So, like, there's a lot of places.
This is how a human ought to be.
Okay, so you think in a country that's tumultuous like this, with the type of environment, the different races and stuff like that, that's vying for power, that you, right, at your Asian position, right, that far east mountain Manchurian shit, you think that shit finna work here?
We're not trying to bring that Asian culture here. When we get here, we should assimilate and become more American. In fact, I'm disappointed. That the Chinatowns, I'm shaking my head at them.
No. What you not finna do? You not finna attack the Chinatowns that got that good karaoke and shit like that. I'll fuck you up over them Chinatowns, man.
But, hey, I'll tell you one way to look at it.
We don't build that shit too, man.
You get immigrants this way. Every immigrant is a little invader, a conqueror of sorts. Everyone comes to this country to carve out their little slices of pie.
And you know what? Hold on.
If you're paying taxes to
Hold on. When they tried to carve out their little slice of pie, when China tried to actually establish an Asian town where I'm at and shit like that, and they wanted all the Koreans, all the Filipinos, all to have their own little projects, community and shit like that. You want to know what stopped them? Legislation. So how the fuck you think you finna conquer that?
Right, and Grim, you're paying taxes to us, so what if you actually conquered?
Owning property, owning our own home, staking
But a lot of we've done it already.
Yeah,
I don't want to cut you off, but we've done it already.
There's actually foundation. There's FBA Asians. Foundational Asians. Yes, FBA. No. And we can look up the motherfucking goddamn data and see that some of those families are still here. I actually know some that's actually in Oklahoma. They stay by the reses and shit like that. They some cool motherfuckers. They grow weed and shit like that. But guess what? When they try to push their legislation and fight for power and shit like that, D9. And those are people that probably was fucking 10 generations strong. What the fuck you think you finna do?
So wait, Graham, do you know the Wynn family? The Wynn family, you know them? I'm asking because there's a lot of Wynns where I'm at in my area.
Oh yeah.
A bunch of Vietnamese. The Vietnamese. Those are closely related to the Liu family, which is actually fucking a foundational Asian family that I'm speaking of.
No.
See, you ain't got enough data to actually accomplish what the fuck you trying to do.
Well,
Because these are Vietnamese.
Yeah, these are Vietnamese, and they've been here for a while. They've been
what I
here
can
since.
tell you is, look, with the 15 million Asian population, we're a long ways to go to be able to get to the types of numbers of that Black, Hispanic, and white people have.
So who's your example? Hold on. Who's your
It's not going to happen
blueprint?
in our lifetimes.
Yeah, who's your blueprint? Who's your blueprint, though?
Who is my blueprint? What do you mean? Who?
From when you're studying at how shit go, watch this, and like whenever you try to push the lines of legislation, establishment, and all the above, who do you look at as an example of what can be successful?
Like Black people look at Martin Luther King, they look at like all kinds of stuff. Like,
Come on. Don't give them minutes. Just let them help them out.
Yeah, but in the conversation, Pepe.
Yeah, who do you look at as who to be?
All
And
the
what
people
you
who
want to
speak
say?
English accent. That's just because there aren't that many of us
Specific though.
in the first place.
Get to the minutia.
you don't have to answer that. You don't have to.
Yes,
Martin Luther King.
yes.
In the first place.
Hold on. Say it again.
The Union of the United
Who
States.
did you just say? Who did you just say?
Abraham Lincoln. Why? Someone told you that?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I'm not judging. You're not my race. I'm not gonna judge you for it. I'm just like curious.
Yeah, he more mine.
Basically, I don't know whether or not this person.
Race mixer.
All right, stop.
You are.
You're a race mixer too.
Yeah, that's why it was funny. Get his ass. No,
But I'm just. No, I'm. Okay, hold on, guys.
You a taco.
Guys, I'm asking him a question. Okay. I'm asking him a question.
Don't stop me from my bad.
I'm just trying to. I asked him a question. I'm waiting for him to answer.
a question too. And guess what? You answer for him.
Okay, hold on. That's
No, I'm asking it. No. I asked him a question. I don't need
Do
you.
you have a black child, damn it?
Not King. What race is your daughter?
Oh my God! Shut the fuck
Be
up.
quiet.
I asked
You
him.
know, as a daughter.
I asked him a fucking question. You fucking spurg. Shut up.
She's black and in college.
So what?
Wow.
Okay, so Grim, do you have a?
And you sleep in the other room. You don't even sleep with your wife. Hey, Grim. You sleep in the next room.
Knock that bottom out tonight.
Yeah. But you sleep in the car. Go ahead.
That's fine.
You
That's
like
fine.
black women over there,
Yeah, gross.
Grandma. You like black women.
Yeah, you gotta taste the chocolate.
No. He didn't even get to answer the questions. You guys are splurging out. Shut the fuck up and let him answer the question.
Hey, Jack Sean don't like that.
The darkies are.
Okay. See, stupid goddamn autists don't know how to shut the fuck up. Just let him answer the fucking question. I will leave as soon as I'm done. As soon as he answers the question, I'll leave. Holy shit.
He's the black kid. Quit shit. Why are you spiraling, bro?
So Grim, do you have one, or is that a rumor?
Yes.
Okay, you do. Okay.
Aww.
Rich.
So Pepe.
Oh, that was Rich. That was
Yeah,
Rich.
I thought you said that black
Look at you. You are satisfied. No, I get that.
undesirable.
Why are you practicing Kung Fu back there? Hey, Grim.
His baby mama's a Shaniqua.
Yeah, he eats
You know how to kick the silly girl?
collard greens and shit.
I don't give a fuck. Look, my neighbors. I had my neighbors.
You give a fuck.
They had a white white father, black mother, really nice kids, and they turned out good looking.
Pepe, you sound like a hater. Do you like
No,
black
I'm not
women,
hating.
Pepe? 'Cause
I don't hate black
black men.
yeah, I think you be hating on black women because we don't.
I think no, one of his best friends is a black woman.
Yeah, no, my wife on here is a black woman.
Yeah. And she want to race next with him.
You talking about mine?
Yeah, mine is my honey, and no, everybody knows this. Everybody's known this for years. We are each other's ride and die. We have each other's back, and we absolutely will tap anybody who attacks one of us. And so I personally, she's vicious, so I don't tell her when people insult me, so I don't agree. Yeah, I almost always do that. I'm just curious if you are also like have been with the black word, or is that too personal?
I've been with black, white, Mexican, Asian.
Oh, you get more pussy than him, Graham. Fuck your shit.
Yeah, see, you smashed the rainbow, bro.
Yeah, one late night, was it a couple nights ago? I forget. I had a drawn out conversation where
Fuck the black chick.
I told the room that
You fucked the black chick.
Okay, shut up and let him speak, guys. He's telling us about the women he slept with. Shut the fuck up, you monkeys.
I was engaged to a black woman. Jesus.
I have twin fraternal daughters, and they're half bred.
Your wife don't.
Oh, look at that.
Oh my God, not you. Oh my God.
There you go. So these ladies, and she had a black husband. And when I say had, he was killed serving for our country. She has I believe two boys with him, and no, it happens, and you know. He was an officer, and so.
9 3/4.
So obviously there's a lot of shut your fucking filthy autist mouth. Yeah, he was an officer, which obviously there's a lot of filtering that goes through that. Like you can't just be.
God bless the Masons.
I got a horse dick. It's the size of my wrist.
No, you don't. You fucking.
Yeah, it's 9 3/4.
You tiny baby bitch. Shut the fuck up.
No, I have a huge fucking.
Wait, but why are you telling that to
I
me?
honestly wish my
Yeah,
dick
you
was
fucking.
Why are you telling? I just got on Pepe old feminine ass about that. Why are you telling that to me? Is that how you engage with each
Because
other?
he's partially gay too.
I don't care.
No.
If he's from Cali, I can see that.
He's a sassy bottom bitch. He's just trying to show his power from the bottom. That's all he wants to do.
I'm not your
Yeah, I know you're not my type, because I'm never desperate enough to.
I'm not your type.
Black ones. Shut the fuck up, faggot.
Entertain just Sean. That's just Sean that moves on that team. Entertain just Sean.
Okay, well,
Wait, I said I fucked my wife with my big dick. How am I on that team? I said my wife's 4'9" and
Shit, you backed them up. What you gotta ask riddles, bitch?
Oh, Pepe always crash out leaves.
Oh shit. Well, Grim, okay. I just want to dial back to an earlier point because I think you did a little bit of Germanic conflation, as I'll call it, right? When it comes to what you consider racism. Yeah. With some racist points and markers that you were saying, I think what you were trying to do is equate hard racism to hard banter. And that's not the same thing. Hard banter, right, has no actual economic effect and doesn't limit your progress. As you can see, that your Asian community, especially our type from the Samsung community, right? Shout out to Samsung.
I'm using Samsung headphones. Shout out to you.
Hey man, look, all the shit that they create, I don't
That
think.
was invented by a Jew. Just remember that.
All right, that's cool.
Steve Wozniak.
Yeah, but they losing to Samsung. But
Yeah.
all I'm saying, they lose. Speaker wise, electronic wise, better. They have a hierarchy, and if I was to measure and take the type of Asian that you are and try to fit it into that. It doesn't. You don't fit into that conglomerate. So that makes you mid-tier. Mid-low level.
Bring Shot. Shot is simple.
Yeah, but Night King, I don't think you're listening to what Grim is saying. He's saying that he's going to keep coming. And even if it's your opinion that he's mid-tier, he keeps coming. And he keeps coming, and he keeps coming, and he keeps coming. And he lifts weights, and he does squats, and he debates you mediocre debaters, and he keeps coming. And then he creates another room, and he starts lifting some more weights, and he starts doing some more squats, and he starts jogging around the track, and he's still talking to you degenerates. And he keeps coming. And he keeps coming. And he keeps coming. Even though you think Samsung is better than Apple, Grim will keep coming. Grim will come, and he will fight you and your terrible opinions and your terrible supremacy over and over. And he will keep coming. And he will keep coming. And you degenerates will decide eventually that it was not worth it. And then you'll know the truth of the earth from your birth until your death. Death, I am complete.
And if you campaign and sound like that, you don't relate to the people in your area that sound like hillbillies and whitewash and all that kind of shit. That's why you didn't win the election.
You show them kids, you show them kids sleep because you a little loud.
Oh, I mean, he's right, but yeah, you know, kids get to ground.
They don't wake up all that damn noise you make.
In what way did you say that? I didn't catch it.
Well, it's not my opinion. It's actually the United States categorical opinion. Don't listen to that retard because he's new to this country. So let's just break this down, right? Okay. So you're from Korea, right? And you know there's two Koreas, right? One is an ally.
I think he's from America.
No. He's already specified. One is an ally. One is an enemy. One has a hierarchy, right, that has been established in the global trade market and shit.
We get it. There's a hierarchy, but you fail to understand that Grim is going to keep coming. Grim is going to fight you in your supremacist ways. You think you should serve him? Grim is going to keep coming. He will not stop. Your opinions and your arguments, you're making no points, and it's a total waste of time.
He want to do this. This is what he does. Anyway, I'm just ignoring him. All I'm saying is, right, one is heavily scrutinized and pushed back against the demonized. As far as this culture, how it operates,
Look at Los
right,
Angeles.
and where it sits on the board of the global, right, UN elites, as far as being in the end and being in the house. Does it make sense to you, bro? Or do I have to make it a little bit clear? Because I don't want to give you away. I just want you to recognize where you sit at. That's all. It's the United States interpretation. It's not mine. Because I see no difference, right? Because you're all anybody that has subjugated my people and are just as marginalized as me are potential allies. So listen
Look
here.
at Los Angeles.
That's what
We have other cities that are very bad.
I'm still
New
not
York
getting
is a problem.
this mid-tier, how that comes
Just
in.
fucking categorically where you sit as an Asian, right? There's other Asians too.
What's top tier?
Top tier, right? Will be Chinese, specifically Hong Kong, Japanese, right? Singaporean, right? Then remember, there's other specific Asian ethnicities.
Hispanic America surpassed Black America. There isn't any evidence that 21 million you take into account for abortion. There isn't evidence of how immigration is used by the white power structure to get rid of
angry over immigrants because they like them. They're bringing immigrants because they realize that like those kind of policies. We can't pass families because it's too expensive. But because we have immigration, we don't have to end up like Japan. We can just import
to the top.
poor
Like with the
babies.
Singaporeans.
Why would you have
Whole fucking corn
and
dogs.
then pay their parents a lot cheaper wage, and then we get some money.
Right. And I'm saying, look, like, so the way that we dissect Korea.
I'm out of here, gentlemen. Have a good night. Maybe I'll be back, but I can't take listening to this anymore. This is so stupid. Good night, y'all.
There is no data.
There is a book that documents it very well. With all the shows.
No, it's not.
No, look, this is economics.
It's called Back of the High.
No, it's just called economics. Every let me tell you something. I'll let you.
Wait. There are
The color of wealth
economics.
The color of wealth.
There are no economics that show that immigration adversely affects black people or black Americans here. It doesn't exist, and I'm going to tell you why it doesn't exist. One, because there are a bunch of other factors that go into that. Number one, education level. It does not affect black American education. We still have the same opportunities to pay.
If you go to an HBCU, most of the graduating class is Nigerian anyway. Like,
So the point is this: like, what you're saying is very empty, like you said, platitudes, but there's no data to support that. I'll give you an example. My family been here for hundreds of years. Bro, when I'm going for jobs, I'm not competing with immigrants coming out from open and trying to make me.
Jury. The reason why you feel like they're not competing with you is because you have a gap in perception. So there's two classes of immigrants. You have the uneducated and the educated. The legal immigrants, like my parents, the legal immigrants are mostly educated. Both legal immigrants and illegal immigrants compete for American labor, and they have an effect on the job market. The reason why legal immigration is typically better is because you control the amount that comes in, and you're also controlling what industries you're going for. So normally legal immigration is more strategic, and it has the same type of bad outcomes as unregulated immigration that we saw in the last 4 years of the Biden administration. Now, even with legal immigration, Drew, this is economics. Drew, even with legal immigration, Drew, even this you don't need a degree in economics. Really, all you need to do is take economics, an intro course in economics undergrad the first year, and you're good. You don't even really need that. All you need to do is understand supply and demand, because it is actually the more supply you have of something, the cheaper it is. So if you have more people on the job market, the price of labor goes down. It doesn't matter what market you're talking about. Now, because the legal immigrants are coming in small numbers, and typically the State Department is picking them strategically, given their skill set. The amount of workplace disruption isn't that much, but they're still kind of lowering wages anyway, just because those legal immigrants still are cheaper. They're educated, but they're still going at cheaper rates than an American would, even though they're educated. That's true. So that's true. And I'm about to land it. But I'm seeing something that's legal immigration is a net benefit. Illegal immigration is the biggest strain on the black community ever believed. No, because the first thing that illegal immigration does is illegal immigration takes away
Look in Los Angeles.
Funding from local programs. We're talking about programs that are paid by state property taxes. The property taxes in your city, they're not paid by the national government. What happens is that a lot of the local resources are spent on people who've never paid into the system, and they end up going to the poorest neighborhoods. So all the programs that are supposed to go to our own poor people, we end up robbing Peter to pay Paul, and that's all that's happening. And these are happening in Black communities.
That's not true.
Well, it happened in New York. It happened in New York. It happened in Chicago. New York and Chicago. This is the reason. There's a reason why Trump won the popular vote, and there's a reason why he won more minorities than ever before. Because what minorities had to deal with in the last election cycle were illegal immigrants being bused to their cities, and for some reason, I couldn't believe it. Black people didn't like after-school programs being shut down because migrants had to stay there. They didn't like it. Black single mothers didn't like the fact that a person who just got here is getting guaranteed housing, and she still has to have 3 jobs to bring it.
Not housing.
By law in New York, they have to give them here. Like you always. My thing is this: I don't have a problem disagreeing, but
What you're saying isn't real.
There isn't one thing that I've said. I'm about to be quiet for a long time. There isn't one thing that I've said in the last 15 minutes. There isn't one. No. Drew,
Run and drive, Drew.
Wait. Let's see if it's even possible. Drew, is there one thing that I've said in the last 2 minutes that's true? One thing.
Yes, that undocumented people were being bused to major cities. Do you know why they were being bused to major cities? Because the governors of those or of the other states were originally derived from.
With respect,
And so they said
you can't say
they were trafficked.
you can't
Yes,
say
I can. Yes, I
you
can.
can't say
Yes, I can.
It introduces
Appreciate this, but no,
the future boss.
You're making this claim that somehow
It's wise not to call him out.
It's the spirit. I didn't say it was the
I'm
now
calling
speaking to empty platitudes
Chicago
again.
a hellhole.
What you said was much empty platitudes with no data to back it up.
What I'm
All
saying is you heard me.
communication
Database. That's why it's so
is
nuanced. That's why I said that legal
32
immigration is positive, but illegal immigration is mostly negative. Like you're not even representing what I'm saying. I didn't even say
Positive
that immigration is bad
dialectic
on its face. I'm saying
only.
I'm saying the instances where it's positive, and I'm saying the instances where it's
When
negative.
introducing the
based on
future
stats,
boss,
and all
it's
you
wise
can
not to
say
call him out and call Chicago a hellhole. All communication, positive dialectic only.
Undocumented immigrants have contributed at least yearly somewhere around $100 billion in taxes. They largely do not benefit from. They pay into our taxes and get this. So now when we get rid of them, we have to find a way to recoup those funds and find out where that money is coming from. So just on an economic here.
If we had Daryl told you it was 240 million people here, now it's 350. If all these motherfuckers weren't here, would we need as much taxes, Drew?
Yes. You know, we
wouldn't even need as much housing. We have a housing crisis. Do you think if them all them millions was back in their homeland, we would need all them damn homes?
Yes, we do. Because we still have people here who don't have houses.
Hold on, Drew, hold on a second. So,
You must have a
Drew,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. So Drew, I would like for you to answer his question. If we did not have, listen to the term, illegal aliens currently in the United States, and do you currently know the actual number? Do you know a number? What's the actual number you believe that is illegal in the U.S.?
It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter.
No, it's not. Okay.
I think we need 20 million.
One second. So Drew, listen to you. You cannot say that when someone asks you a question, it's irrelevant because you're making a okay. All right, Drew. I want you to. Okay, I got it, Drew.
What is your educational background? If I may ask, what's your degree?
Okay, Drew.
Okay, that's
Before I answer
Do you guys want to let anybody else talk, or you guys just want to go back and forth a while?
I'm sorry, Scott. I'm sorry. I appreciate you.
So, Scott, I just came off the mic. Right?
Speakers, guy.
What's that?
I just understand.
I think that Scott,
NPC, I'm just trying to get a foundation, okay? Because what I did not hear from Drew is any responsibility to the ethnically Black American. He gave us no responsibility of the individual people. So I would like to ask again, okay? Could you please, Drew, tell me where do you believe that the Black community have been responsible outside of government for themselves?
In every facet, we've been responsible for ourselves. We raised families, we have education, we have a growing demographic of Black women, but also Black men as well. We start businesses. We are in industries, particularly in government industries, obviously, law enforcement, other parts of government, even postal work as well.
And do you want to move us all down and also to move everybody around and just keep the conversation with you guys?
No, I'm sorry. We can all just move down. No, respectfully,
One mic.
but I'm saying this. I'm just gonna say this.
One mic.
There is no evidence.
One mic, you fat ass. One mic.
So there is no evidence that the Black community has not been responsible. There is evidence that human communities have been irresponsible and responsible for ways, but there is nothing unique about Black people being irresponsible. That is just not supported by any data whatsoever.
It's so interesting. I never said about being irresponsible, but you decided. Drew, I did not say that, Drew.
You said that. You said
John, Edward, can you move us all down and just leave these guys on, and you guys just talk, and we'll just go to
That's okay. I gotta debunk some anti-vax stuff, but y'all be blessed. I appreciate Scott. Much love, respect to you. I apologize for
Drew, keep being you. People like you are gonna get Trump elected for a third term. Let me see.
Scott, this is one of the things I try to do is to stay away from ethnicity, because the platform that he came on first and foremost is to talk about the bombings of Black communities and all these other things. So I don't know if you know the conversation. People who talk like this are anti-America and anti-white, period.
That's fine, because at the end of the day, like, we can argue him down all we want, but like, even when he wins, he loses, because it doesn't really matter if we're going to hurt him.
He's still controlling the conversation, which is fun. So let's keep talking about him. No, please go on. Please keep talking about him.
How tall is he?
Yeah, what's his blood type?
Scott, we're just giving you an explanation.
Scott, let me help you move this conversation forward. I just had a spicy mango. So, you want to keep talking about it? Oh, sorry, Edward, go ahead.
That's different. I'm going to say it over and over. The person that's responsible for all of us individually is you. Okay, that's it. I live.
Look at Los Angeles up in.
All right, let's go to Howard Kaufman, my dear friend. Would you like to share anything on your mind today, Howard? A different voice for the first time in 45 minutes?
No, certainly a very interesting conversation, everyone, and a lot of learning there, for sure. But Trump's not going to resign, so you know what? Elections matter, and he's our president. Let's support him, and let's see what happens, right? That's where we're at.
I love it. Hey, elections. We have the midterms, and then then maybe things will change. Let's go to Aleister Crowley, which I think is really my man, John Kitover. John, tell me what's happening, buddy.
Well, I had an incredible Colombian dinner with some incredible rotisserie chicken, plantains, potatoes, and then some thin crust cheese pizza and a spicy mango margarita. But anyways, this room is really cooking, Scott. I mean, I think if we look at the total statistics and analytics on the room, we're looking in the thousands of people that have touched down here. 10,000 plus! Incredible. Well, it's really the hard work of NPC and all the Adderall that his psychiatrist, I believe, prescribes to him, because I would never, ever in my life be able to say as much as NPC can. NPC, you seem to know everything. And I gotta say, knowing everything must be quite a burden. To be able to have opinions on everything, to know everything, Jesus Christ, man, you really are just a brain full of knowledge and such insightful opinion, NPC. Thank you so much for helping 10,000 people get enlightened today with your supreme wisdom. I am complete.
So Hollister, come on, why are you doing that?
There's an menu of Jesus Christ. All right? The entire Christian know exactly how Jesus Christ looks. I don't know one of them.
That's a buzzkill. That's a buzzkill.
What is this guy talking about? And Donald Trump didn't cook. And I'm like, holy shit. This motherfucker.
Alistair, we can always print more money.
Has to fight another Eastern war.
You're right, it is Autism Gay TV.
All right, let me give you guys a little service.
Look.
Summer, I'm gonna mute you for a second. I'm just gonna give you guys a little public service announcement. This is from the comedian Michelle Wolf, and it's a critique of my party.
Republicans, love or hate Republicans, you got to admit, those guys are planners. They see a problem and they will chisel away at it until it's a swastika. They've been trying to overturn Roe v. Wade since it became a thing. They've been playing the short game, the long game, and they finally got it done. Now, Democrats also had a strategy to make sure Roe v. Wade wouldn't be overturned. And Democrats' strategy was, don't worry, it's not going to happen. Democrats' strategy is the same reason you need an abortion. You know what Democrats remind me of? Democrats remind me of that old guy who started Jurassic Park. Because I think we can all agree a dinosaur park is a fantastic idea. We would all love a dinosaur park. We would love that. But this guy didn't plan for anything. He wasn't like, what if there's a storm? On my dinosaur island in the middle of the ocean.
There you go, friends. Just a little public service announcement. My party is not one.
See, Scott, I kind of resent that as a Republican/Libertarian, because when I went to Springfield, Illinois to file for Congress, I saw African Americans there looking at me, and they're there because of the Republicans, because of the 1 million dead soldiers and the 2 million injured dead soldiers. So to make light of it and then to say, oh, they're Nazis and they want to stop women and doctors from murdering babies, I just got to say, you might want to go read your Bible and reconfirm with Christ Jesus just exactly what it is that you believe in. I am complete.
Okay, look at this. This is died down. I'm gonna play one more clip of the show, just to enlighten you guys.
Like I see it online all the time too. It's like there's a lot of women out there that don't think they're good enough or smart enough or pretty enough, and I'm here to tell you that you are. Well, I'm here to tell you that you aren't. You're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're not pretty enough, but do it anyway, you stupid idiot. Themselves these questions. There's a firefighter standing outside of a building being like, today I'll be my best self. No leader, no CEO, no conqueror. Genghis Khan wasn't looking in the mirror being like, I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, my beard is fun and flirty.
you're probably not good enough, but just do it anyway. Don't worry. My beard is.
How long has it been since she's had a show?
She does shows. She does. I mean, I follow her on Facebook and Instagram and stuff. And she's doing shows all the time. She hasn't had a special in a while, but she's.
No, I mean like because that sounded like because you remember she used to have her own show.
I didn't see Michelle Wolf's show. No, I didn't.
you never. I thought that was a clip from her show.
No, look at Los Angeles, and it is.
I'm much prefer. I mean, Sarah Silverman is slightly more attractive because really, like, she and Sarah Silverman are like in the same universe. But Sarah Silverman to me has more sex appeal than Michelle.
Yeah, I don't really care. I think her humor doesn't depend on her sex appeal.
Oh no, but neither of them are funny, so I'm just looking at what else I think they're both for the universe.
I think they're both really funny.
Thank you. Really?
Yes.
No, you think Michelle Wolf is really funny?
Yes. I think a lot of her stuff.
I mean, Sarah Silverman, okay, here and there, but
we have different tastes. You don't have to. It's okay.
No. Like I just genuinely.
Really? You think she's funny? I mean, yeah.
No. Like I've never met anyone.
I'm sure there are comedians that you think are funny that I know. People have different tastes.
No, but I've never met a person who thought Michelle. I thought you were playing her ironically.
Well, you know what? There are lots of people that buy tickets and are fans. So NPC, it's shocking, right? But people are diverse and they have really different tastes. And PB says she's funny. Down there in the chat, so it's shocking that we have different tastes.
NBC, do you think you're funny? Like, have you ever tried to do comedy, NBC, to make people laugh by doing voices or jokes or skits or singing? I mean, have you ever made anybody laugh? Hello?
I think you think you're funny.
It's fucking annoying. I think Kitover is funny. The kind of impish, sort of clown jester, court jester. That is annoying. Jesus Christ. He does not know.
No, he has the voice of a person who sounds like they're trying to be funny.
Norm, you were uncharacteristically silent. I see you talking in the chat, but Norm, you've been here basically all day. What is your assessment of this marathon 10,000 person room?
I think it's remarkable. I think we may be reassured that people actually want intelligent conversation and good content, no?
Or content creating machine. It's unbelievable.
I mean, is that normal to have 10,000 people come through? It's staggering to me.
Yeah, it's a little over. I mean, we've been here for 12 hours, 23 minutes. So, 900 some people an hour coming through the room.
Scott, you guys might be some seniors or other seniors in this room, maybe Matt. There are laws of nature like motion and, laws. Do you think there's any laws of human behavior that you've detected on Clubhouse that maybe you didn't detect in the real world prior to having so many conversations? Because honestly, I'm 43, and when I think about it, there's never been a time when blacks and whites and so many people can have just completely open and profane conversations in the public square in America. I've never seen it on the radio or television like this. And I'm talking vulgar, complete and total profanity, hate speech, etc. I'm not, at 43, I'm like, this has never existed before. And now, I'm just wondering, have you noticed any laws of communication or laws of behavior? Hello?
I mean, there's Muhammad Ali and Michael Jackson, so.
Alistair, that's a pretty stupid insight.
I was interested earlier in the room. There was a talk about natural law, which I think is morality natural. I do think that is a fascinating topic.
I would say, with all due respect, your perspective is no bueno.
Perspective on what?
Well, I think, as somebody who understands, I think your perspective is no bueno, but that's fine.
Well, my perspective on what?
First of all, you're being aggressive. That's fine.
What? I don't think that'd be great. I mean, I think you were saying you think my.
Okay, calm down. Calm down. Okay.
I'm just curious what my perspective on what issue or what matter.
I think he's taking the back door, and I think he's waving the white flag, Scott.
Scott, you're being.
David has had too much tequila. This 12-hour session has overwhelmed him. But back to communication or human behavior, because there's also a neurotransmitter dopamine creation that's happening in this room. 900 people an hour are creating dopamine. And so I'm just wondering, what if you just create dopamine, but there's no doing outside of Clubhouse, what was the real purpose and was it worth it?
What's the real doing, man? Like, what should I do outside of Clubhouse?
Wait, there's outside?
Yeah, you need to, with all the respect, you need to just calm down.
Yeah, so, Scott, the question that you're kind of floating over, I don't even think that question is that question. I think that question is an interesting question, like, intro to philosophy. That's an interesting question for like 45 minutes. And
speaking of philosophy, NPC.
The objective versus is morality objective or subjective? Well, I think what's interesting,
we treat it like subjective. I mean, I know most people that are reflective would say it's subjective, but when I feel transgressed, right, I immediately shift in my temper and disposition to as if you've done something we all know and was a violation, and it is transcendent and objective. Now, when we talk about it,
Leslie,
when it's not directly involving us or something we care about, I think we generally are more detached, and we realize the subjectivity and the contextuality of things. But I think when we're violated morally, people are not. It's not like, well, your preference is like pepperoni pizza, and mine is pineapple, and that's just the way it goes. I mean, we act like there's transcendent moral standards because otherwise we can't be incensed.
We can't even have. So you partially answered the question. You can't even have a functioning society without objective morality. And just because you can't even have a stable society without objective morality.
No, it's actually subjective morality, which gives us a stable society based on law. And until you start talking about the law, I think everybody, when you graduate high school, everybody should just be made an attorney at this point or a lawyer and get right to the law, because your whole life, every transaction, everything ultimately comes down to the law. It's the joy of the world.
And also, should they spend like a week in Springfield?
Never Springfield.
Well, NPC, this is where I think as a young man you're still developing, in the sense that if I were to ask you to give us your definition of economics, or if you were to explain to us how inflation occurs, I bet you can't even do that.
No, I can't explain how. If inflation means increasing the money supply, I can explain that.
You don't have to answer his question.
All right, well, you got that one correct. And, we're at 40 trillion paying, $1 trillion a year in interest on a $40 trillion mortgage. If you were the president of America, what would your top 3 priorities be for we the people?
Buy more printers to print more money.
I do everything
Look at Los
in my
Angeles
power
already.
to make sure that the country fails. But I'll pull us out of all the food wars.
Well, let's just confirm so everybody heard what you said. If you were the president, you would want to make sure the country failed. So you want to destroy the country. You're a revolutionary. You believe in chaos. You're an anarchist.
I'm an accelerationist. So I think that America's heading towards a brick wall. And I believe in hitting the gas pedal as fast as possible so we can crash, look at the wreckage, call insurance, and get a new car. said. I think things are going to get worse before they get better.
But also, can't we just continue to print more money?
No.
What's up?
Yeah, we can, but I would just say that I saw somebody at the bar the other day that had a t-shirt on in the back that said, "There is no political solution." And I would say it's the exact opposite of that t-shirt, that there only is political solutions, and politicians and bankers, they're going to have to work together to do, just if you can make debt with a pen, you can delete it with a wand, is essentially what I've come to the conclusion of. But NPC, I think that you should probably read the Tao Te Ching and realize that a great country is like cooking a small fish. You do too much, you ruin it. So the point is, as an accelerationist, as you've declared yourself to be, you're just a low IQ anarchist, and you should probably read more books, go to the gym, get a girlfriend, stop doing so much Adderall, and stop spending 12 hours a day debating every single person that comes into this room as if you know every single thing. But you didn't even spend 1 minute reading a book today.
I want you to hear his feedback for some reason. But I guess he was going to tell me something about, like, talking and being on Clubhouse just like everybody else, but whatever.
Come tell me, lille Fusa.
Where did Alistair go?
I don't know who put him down. Somebody did. There's only 3 people up here. Yeah, you can bring him back. You can bring him back up.
Okay, calm down.
Yeah, if anyone should go, it's David, not Alistair.
So Scott, were you the one talking about the laws of nature and nature's God, or someone else?
Yeah, I find that stuff interesting. Nature's God.
Do you think that there is a clear right or wrong for each individual?
I think morality. So I think it depends. It depends if you're asking me philosophically or theologically.
Give me both sides of the coin, theologically and philosophically.
There's tons of stuff I believe theologically that I can't justify philosophically. So if you ask me theologically, do I believe in objective morality? Probably more or less something akin to it or closer to it. But if you ask me philosophically, could I defend it? No, not philosophically.
Personally, in your own personal life, objectively, do you lead?
Look, I think I'm a Christian. I try to, I try to be guided, but I think what norms in the Christian tradition would say are, moral. But that's complex, right? Because the tradition is super complex and diverse, and so it's not like it drops from heaven or anything. But philosophically, I'm definitely a Nietzschean. Probably most days, but that's where foolish consistency is the hobgoblin of the narrow mind.
Yeah, but
Public shameless for imitation government.
Sorry, Norm always reminds me. I always hack that quote up.
So Scott, if I would say, based on your foundational belief system, based on what you said, would you say you lean more to following the principles of the Word of God versus our natural emotions and how we feel about something?
I don't know that. I think in general,
Howard.
I'm a pretty emotional creature. I'd like to think that
John is intelligent, a financial data analyst, a crime fighter, and fighter, believes in liberty and common sense.
are somewhat inclined.
From their own proclamation, John Rogers purpose
I
is the day number one.
This is where I'm a Nietzschean. I don't know. I don't know how I make moral decisions. I could give you a story about how I make them. Right? I could tell you a narrative about it, and it might correspond somewhat to what actually is. But I think we're all telling ourselves stories all the time to make ourselves be able to live with ourselves and live with, the things we care about. So and oftentimes those the stories are shaded at best, right? So I'd like to say I try to live.
I love it. By the way, do you believe in God?
I do.
Christian, like, just mainly theist or like spiritual?
I believe in God.
Look at Los Angeles, how bad it is. Hello. Hello.
Killer Op.
Hello.
Hey, yeah, I'm Killer Op. How are you?
What's going on?
Nothing. What is this shit? Trump resigned to be. What's the chat about?
And he's a guy who's had a decent political career. And, I don't know if he's ever been an elected official. He's been a Justice Department official in Wisconsin or something, and I think been in other political appointed offices. And he is saying that resignation is Trump's last chance of redemption.
Well, I don't really think he'll resign. He's already started the war. He's already covered up the Epstein files, so I don't think it's really going to no comeback for that. Resign for what? What was he going to resign for? He has 3 more years.
Okay, I have to for you. Okay, you said that he started a war. Okay, do you think that the President of the United States alone goes and starts a war? And then the other thing is, you said he personally covered up the files. So could you please explain to me, based on your understanding, how did those things happen in our republic?
He did. Look at it. Look what's going on in the world. Look at the gas. Look how many files he was in, even on files that they uploaded and let you read. Trump is the most corrupted person in Palm Beach County, in America.
Okay, hold on. So you still did not give me No.
It's facts. It's online.
Kim, could you please give me facts that you believe you have, not online information, because you made a couple statements. Number one, the President of the United States does not declare war in the United States. You know, correct?
Okay, I know who declares war.
You tell me. I want you to tell me, because you just made it out.
That's the people that's over the government, the military. That's the people that's over the government, and also him. He also has a say so in that as well.
No, I know, but who declares war in the U.S.?
Whatever the man's name is in general.
Okay.
The man in the green suit.
Okay.
Wait, so man, you thought that the military declared war? No.
We have all these millions war. Look at us.
The president control of the military in a democracy, brother. By design, so that they don't go starting wars.
Okay, no, you know what? I'm gonna ask you a prime example.
Hang on. The president is the commander in chief. Have you ever heard that?
Yes, he's a commander in chief.
I see. So that's why he declares war.
Well, Norm, he doesn't. Technically, Congress is supposed to declare war, but we've forgotten that in the Constitution.
Congress is supposed to approve it, but the commander is...
No, Congress is supposed to declare it. Congress
okay, how many people are...
Thank you, Scott. Listen, guys.
We haven't done that since World War II. I mean, it's just...
Exactly.
Because Congress doesn't want most... I think, especially after Iraq II, people don't want to be on the record voting for wars, right? And people would rather let the executive do it, right? So basically, we've shifted Article 2 power to Article 1 without a constitutional amendment. We've just said functionally, though the War Powers Act is allegedly a way to rein this in, right? So, and I was watching a video today where Barry Goldwater was saying the War Powers Act is unconstitutional, which is just fascinating, right? But basically, the War Powers Act says, I think there's 72, right? It basically said that if the president sends the military somewhere, within 60 days, Congress can repeal it. So, but that's even a concession. I mean, it's the president. I mean, what the founders intended, I think it's actually a pretty brilliant structure, is that the people who wage the war don't control whether we go to war, right? Because this is subject to military dictatorship, right? So they wanted the person, and they knew you can't go to war by committees. So when the war is declared, then the executive executes it. But the idea was that the people that declare it are the most deliberative representative body.
Americans should struggle, period. And I feel like what Trump is doing in America, every American is struggling in the world, even myself. And I'm 25. So that should tell you something.
So Kim, let me explain one thing to you, Kim. I'm 62, and I'm not struggling in America. You know,
you see problems and
just ask him. Ask him why. Ask him why.
Let me finish. I'm gonna let you go after. You can ask him why. So, Kim, I asked you one question. I'm gonna ask you another question. Why do you believe
I think
that the government is responsible for the outcome of your life?
Bro, now, the outcome of my life. I tried to sign up for food stamps. Can't get food stamps. They barely give you food stamps. Then when they do come to con for them to try to give you food stamps, they want you to send this. They want you to say how much you're making, this and that. If I'm struggling only making so much work and I got to pay my bills and try to pay or whatever the case it has to be, then you should be able to let me buzz on something. But when you let all these other Americans and all these fucking foreigners just use my language and all these other people come over and you give them food stamps like it ain't shit. I go to work every day and I get 30 to 40 hours a week. I make maybe $600 something. Bro, out of food, me, my girlfriend, getting on the mortgage, paying my phone bill every month, even other expenses I got going on, I can't live. I can't save no damn money, dude. I can't save a little bit of cheese and because I'm gonna go shopping tomorrow or plan a day to go. I can't save no money in this economy. You can't save nothing in this world. I'm 25, man, and I'm struggling. Prime example, what you just said, you're 62. You ain't struggling at all. That's the same thing I tell my grandma. You're 71. House paid off, car paid off, other car paid off. You have no bills or expenses. The only thing you pay, what is a water bill and a light bill and your phone bill. That should be nothing to you guys. And most of you guys, no disrespect, get Social Security or some type of pension or retirement check. I'm 25. I don't get nothing after work every day, Monday through Friday, and try to make a living out of myself. And still don't get nothing out of it. You ain't got to pay for free insurance. You know how that works. You feel what I'm saying?
So I'm 27, and I'm also relatively poor. I'm not as broke as you, but I'm not too far away.
And I've been in prison.
Oh, congratulations.
That's not congratulations.
Well, yeah, not but
but he has increased points, so it's
he got bigger points. Tell him you feel what I'm saying? It's hard for me to find a job. Like when people look at me, it's like, bro, come on now. But you can find a woman.
But he can find a girlfriend easy.
Yeah, he can find a girlfriend easy. You can find that easy when it comes to
but I don't understand how any of those is the president's fault.
It is the president's fault because maybe he should do something for the people and people that's in low budget.
No, but you complained about you didn't complain about just you complained about having to do the paperwork to even qualify for food stamps.
Bro, listen, you're not understanding what I'm saying. If you can let a fucking foreigner come over here and get some fucking food stamps that fucking easy,
but Donald Trump is trying to get rid of those niggas.
He ain't got rid of them motherfuckers yet.
Weren't they just complaining about getting rid of them last year?
They still ain't gone. They still here. I work with them every day.
Yeah, I know. So earlier in the conversation, I was trying to tell another person about how unregulated illegal immigration, how it affects Black people with no. Do you have Kashiri?
Bro, I've been to prison, gang.
I already knew the answer to that question. So
Okay. Okay.
Made it up.
With all due respect, David Bobadilla has had too much to drink. He drinks too much tequila or whiskey or vodka or rum. David Bobadilla.
Us about your drinks tonight.
Okay, with total respect, let's be nice.
We are very nice, but David prefers tequila.
I can witness
For David's first time?
his first time eating a chicken fried steak.
I mean,
This is true.
it is true.
He had never had it before, and we're sitting there. And
Bro, sing that song.
I'm gonna get a chicken fried steak, and I said, "Go for it, dude. It's pretty good."
It ends where the women flee from the tomb scared.
Al and good prosperity. Records and airlines.
Fucking intolerable.
This quantum computing, like that, there's banks and payment processors with trillions and trillions of dollars that would be hacked first. But for that's number one. Number two is that if there's World War III, bro, we have bigger problems than Bitcoin.
Exactly.
Yeah, we have way bigger problems.
So what would it be of values, actual assets and commodities and things, tangible things? Yeah.
That's likely, then get some gold.
Remember that story?
Yes.
With all due respect,
With all due respect, David Bobadilla loves to drink tequila.
David's dad.
Yeah, Danny, have a baby with David's dad.
There you go.
I don't think I want any more babies, but I mean, if you need a sibling.
Wait, Danny, I thought you and I were going to have a child, Danny, and we were going to make the most annoying person who's ever lived in human history.
We'd have a tall child, at least. At least we would be tall.
you should apologize.
I don't want a baby with a tall person. That's more to push out.
Hey, Daddy, are you still doing your singing rooms? Can you sing a song for us?
Yeah. Can you do the Shema?
Okay, with all due respect.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. With all due respect, David.
I am passing so many hotels, and I can't afford to live there. I can afford to live. I can afford to live, but I'm a spoiled brat, right? I'm a spoiled fucking brat, right?
Danny, what the fuck is going on with you? Whoa, don't use the F word.
Tommy, will you buy my hotel room? Help me out.
Whoa, what the fuck is going on with you? Whoa.
I don't know. You're trying to put me in jail, Tommy. I don't know.
Nobody's trying to put you in jail. I think you need help. I think you need professional help at this point.
Okay, Vicky told me that you're trying to put me in jail. J-Lo's definitely trying to put me in jail. Y'all are trying to put me in jail.
Nobody's trying to put you in jail. I don't got time for that shit. You're gonna put yourself in jail with the way you're talking. Whoa.
Danny, don't believe him. That's just part of the psyop, Danny.
No one should have time to put me in jail because I haven't done anything wrong for people that have time to
I think you're suffering from a manic episode. I think you need professional help.
I mean,
It's not a good joke. Or you're rage baiting. You're rage baiting. You're a liar.
Okay.
You're a fucking liar.
I don't know what anyone thinks I did that's so bad that we were
the way you got everybody wrapped around your finger with this, oh my god, Danny's fucking crazy. I love it, dude. You're just a fucking rage baiter.
Yeah, calm down.
Yeah, you are, Danny. For the last 3 months, every day is the same old bullshit. Go to a fucking site, go get help.
Yasmin, I tagged you on X. Yasmin, I tagged you on X. Big Bird.
No, God damn it, Danny, you're not that interested. Shut the fuck up.
Bird honk. Bird honk. Bird honk, Yasmin, I tagged you on X. If you could please retweet, I would appreciate it. Thank you, Bird honk. Bird honk.
Take control, Danny. Give me more, Danny.
Wait, no, I'm in Hicksville. What do I do now?
You go to the fucking Creedmoor and go get yourself checked in.
No, I need to find an Indian to give me a place to live. They might like my look. They all.
Danny, I can send you $300 so you can get a nice hotel room tonight.
He's lying, guys. She's okay.
Danny, do you want me to send you $300 for the hotel?
Yeah, send me $300 while you're at it too, because I want to be a fucking retard.
Honestly, I would feel bad unless you made that $300 off of my content.
Well, we're working as fast as we can to try to monetize.
I know.
Yael isn't helping. Yael has a Powerhouse X account and she's not helping us. She's intentionally wasting our time.
I did.
Okay, for the record,
What?
I lost my passion for it.
You lost your what? Oh, you lost your passion. You lost your passion. I love that.
Listen, David, what have you been drinking tonight? What's up?
Oh, I want to get drunk.
No, Danny. Go to your parents' house.
I want to get drunk and have sex.
No, you're not allowed. Go to your parents' house.
Oh my gosh, I'm in trouble.
Danny, go.
Do you have any preferences? Like what kind of alcohol, what kind of sex?
Start slow and see where we go from there.
I'm gonna say vanilla shots and a fisherman wearing plaid. Am I on the
with all due respect, these are the boss fans.
Am I hot or cold?
I know.
I can have sex with a Muslim man. That would be fun. I've never done that.
Whoa. Let's not go crazy now.
Danny, if you have sex with a man, he'll make you his bride slave. You'll never escape. You'll become his property.
I want that energy, actually.
Good. Rethink about it. You got to learn Mohammedan law.
She's so fucking ragey. You're such a fucking liar, Danny. It's fucking incredible.
Are you looking for the generic white guy energy? Are you looking for a chick? Like,
Danny, first of all, are you using Hinge?
Everyone's telling me to sleep with a woman. No, it's not. It's really not. Everyone's telling me to have sex with a woman. Honestly,
yeah.
I don't even think that will happen if you guys send me to jail. Like, I used to joke around and be like, oh, as long.
Fella, why did you do that just now?
Yeah, that's fucked up. Why are you joking about his friend dying?
I'm not joking. I'm just letting you know.
Oh my god, there's a tummy and there's a Thomas.
Oh,
Hey girls, hey girls, hey girls.
I know Carmelita told y'all that. I'm the only person. I only told her that.
What did you tell Carmelito, Chino?
That my friends died. I had about 7 of my friends die.
Oh no!
I'm sorry to hear that.
That was in the news?
Or if there are 3 of y'all left, 4 or 5.
So you got for gangbanging.
Oh, yeah. But.
Carmelita, you better watch your motherfucking mouth. Don't play with me. You hear me? You hear me, girl? Don't fucking play with me.
Do you stop trauma dumping on us? We don't want the dump. Please stop.
But she ain't fucking with me, though. I ain't fuck with her.
No, we don't want the dump, baby. Stop.
I want Michelle's dump on my mouth.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
I'm just trying to make a joke right now, guys. Shut up. But, like,
He wants you to take a shit in his mouth.
When you let white people in the room, they just take a shit.
Why would you all of a sudden?
See, he's laughing now.
So
yeah, no one's talking about that. All right.
It's offensive for you.
Yeah, but now you just told her to take her shit in
No, I don't want to show her in my next episode.
Look like brothers.
Let me see. Do they look like? Is this the same person?
No. Do not look like Tommy. Yo, stop it.
Except for the one with them hard ass eyebrow humps.
That's just because we're
Grim, my man.
That boy good. Hey, do it again. You ugly bitch. Do that again.
You're jealous. I'm beautiful, beautiful. Ashanti.
Ashanti.
I said, yeah. Does anybody want to fix the leak in my shower?
No, we don't.
Nina will for free.
Thomas,
No, we don't.
really?
Get to work, slave.
Who the fuck you calling a slave? I know you ain't calling me no motherfucking slave. Better watch your motherfucking mouth. I don't play that shit.
Shower?
If you ever call me a slave again, hey, work fine, y'all.
All right, I want to dedicate this next song to all of Chino's homies who had their last breath today from life to death. God bless. I hope they learn truth of the earth. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
This bitch ass nigga. Let him shot, man.
What was I doing?
Is that an announcer? Alright.
One thing, honestly, cloudy. We're alleviating some of the stress in the room. I don't know where it came from, but you did a fantastic job.
I didn't understand the look at me.
Hey fam, it was good till you stopped. Why you stop with that bitch ass shit? Why you stop? It was and damn. Then you
You
stopped.
need to shut up and fix Mistress's shower, slave.
Cornbread. Don't you ever in your motherfucking life call me a slave in your filthy ass, big ass forehead life. You hear me, Cornbread? Don't you ever. Don't you ever finish your motherfucking lips and call me that tomorrow.
Is anybody else's city having the weirdest like weather drops at nighttime? It's getting down to like 30 or 40 degrees, or is
Oh,
it
you are around New York. Yeah. It's getting cold as hell in this area.
I just wonder.
No, fuck that. Why y'all trying to change the subject? Cornbread.
Everybody worked on the plantation for Alistair. Oh, Lord.
Against me, I don't like that. Hey, Cornbread, say it again. Say it one more motherfucking time. You fucking with me.
Hey, Slave. How you doing, Slave?
Say it again, bitch. Bitch, say it again. Call me a slave again, bitch. I don't see shit funny, yo. You keep fucking.
You're delusional.
Hey, y'all see her? She fucking with me, right?
Eat your cornflakes.
You need to go drink your Ensure.
You need to be
That's what I'm doing in my house, boy. Get out in the field, boy.
Yeah, boy.
Y'all in the comment to say anything to me, I can't say shit back. That's
Hey, boy, you want to pay rent, boy?
okay. Good job. Good.
It's him being written that they calling you by the wrong name and mad nobody responded.
That shit hurt my feelings. I can't say no Joe backs. But probably
Yes, you can, Slave. I mean, Cena.
Call me that again. Call me that again. I'm not no fucking slave.
What are ya?
I'm a black man.
And what did black men do?
Black man, you
Be quiet, Slave, and get to work.
I can stand this bitch.
Mistress needs her shower, motherfucker, replaced.
I do.
Gino, don't lower yourself to these transsexuals. They're not worth it. Don't let these transsexuals fool you, Gino. They ain't worth it. For my next magic trick, I'm gonna play my space drums.
He's playing the slave music.
Oh, shit, Governor, shut the fuck up. Now, shut up. Go ahead, brother.
Man, tell me the names of your friends who passed on. Let's play a song for them. Alita. Come on, Alita.
You will drink that sap with all your indignity.
Why will women if you don't shut the fuck up, like lady?
Drink that fucking sap, man.
You don't shut the fuck up.
Can you play a song for my cat that passed away?
His name is Chitlins.
Her name was Chicken. Could you play a song for my cat that passed away? Her name was Chicken.
Hopefully the name of this song is dedicated to Chicken. The song is called Chicken My Cat.
Gee Willikers, that was fantastic. Okay, I'm going to bed now. Good night. Good night, Bob.
Good night, boy.
The white lady going to sleep. The white lady going to sleep. Alright. Okay, the white lady going to sleep now.
That was the black lady slave.
Gino, don't waste your time talking to these transsexuals. Just a bunch of gay men pretending to be a bunch of women. It's pathetic.
I hope you choke on that fucking flu.
Say it again, brother. What you say?
It's not funny, slave.
It is funny.
Listen, I'm gonna whoop the hell out of you.
His name is Gino.
Go ahead, brother. Do it again, brother. Now you said it. Now you upset. You upset.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Hey, Red, why you upset, gang?
Yo, Gino, dog, stop talking to these transsexuals. Just was a gay man pretending to be women.
Hey, do it again, gang. Do it again, gang. Oh, shit. Hey, you cannot get mad at that, gang. You can.
Yo, Gino, you keep falling for it.
Drunk country, nigga. Casino, nigga. You stay drunk, man.
Hey, who is you, family? Who is you?
Hey, where you from, nigga?
Well, who is you? I don't know you. Who is you?
I ain't from, nigga. I'm from the Haven, nigga. From Memphis, nigga.
Okay, where is from? I don't know. I don't know.
I thought you were from California, Nobody Ave.
Ooh, man. Chill out, Leslie.
Shut the fuck up talking to me, back.
Hey, watch your motherfucking mouth. Don't talk to my motherfucking brother like that, bitch ass nigga. Hey, what I tell you, bitch, don't come on here talking like that, bitch.
Hey, Leslie.
Bitch ass nigga.
Leslie, I thought it was cool.
Hey, shut the fuck up, bitch.
Oh,
Shut up.
nigga.
Shut up, bitch. I'm talking to you.
Hey, go wash some collard greens or something. Trump, you dumbass country. What are you talking about? Nigga, I ain't talking about. I'm not doing that. I'll flat the shit out you, nigga. Meet me at a gas station. I bet you won't. Oh, I bet you won't. I bet you won't, bitch. Stupid country. Where you at? Chicago. You ain't in Chicago. Oh, ain't no country there, nigga. You ain't from Chicago. I'm in Chicago. You don't want to come? So you from Chicago? Nigga, I'm in Chicago, bitch. Well, you from there? You want to come? Yeah, come me to your mother's house, nigga. Right, your ass scared. I'm in Chicago right now. I'm in Chicago right now. I'm on St. Lawrence. What we doing? No, you're not. No, you're not. I'm on St. Lawrence. What we doing? Nigga! No, you're not. No, nigga, I'm on 63rd. No, you're not. You're not over there either, bitch. Why y'all kick me? Bitch, you're not over there either, bitch. Hey, one more word and you gay. Bitch. Bitch. He gay. Oh, he gay. Yeah. No. Stop. No, they scared of me. They scared of me because they can't control me. Scared of your dumb gump ass. You bitch, and your mom. How about that, ho? I'm for looking at your mother back. Shut up, talking to me, bitch ass. I bet you won't, bitch. I bet you won't, ho. I will. I bet you won't, bitch. Mm-hmm. Your mom, what your mama look like? An ugly bitch. How about that? What's your mother look like? Big juicy booty. An ugly bitch. What your mama look like, ho? Don't worry about my mother look like. Right. Nigga. No. Yeah, big GD. Yes, I am. GD. Yes, I am, nigga. Yes, I am, nigga. Spit your lit, nigga. I am 53rd. 53rd of what? Damerville. You said 53rd of what? Damerville. What is that over? What that say? What side of the city that's on? Damerville, nigga. But what side of the city that's on? Fuck, nigga. Oh, you ain't no shit. You don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Bro, if you in Chicago, why you give me the suburbs? Stupid. I ain't never get no suburbs. Nigga, I gave you the lit. Nigga, what side of the city you from, though? Like, I just told you, ho. I just told you, nigga. If you ain't no shit, you. Man, yeah, hey, listen, tone it down, man. I don't want you to wake all 80 of your roommates up, man. Chill out, bro. Damerville. You say, well, I'm finna pull up, bro. Cincinnati, bro. Damerville. Come on, bro. Hey, bro, can I come kill you, bro? Oh my God, no killing. No, we're gonna kill this country, nigga. You can try to kill me. You dumb country, nigga. It ain't hard to kill you, niggas. You put a plate of neck bones out there in the street, you don't run and go get it. You ain't no shit. You don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm in Chicago, baby. Yeah, right. You ain't gonna come nowhere near me, ho. You ain't gonna come nowhere near me, bitch. White boys.
Yeah, she is a white girl and she got jumped.
Oh, damn, my bad.
She said, you don't call my phone like that.
It's fucking weird out.
She told Drew how not to call her phone. Like, you don't call this motherfucker like that. You're fucking weird out. You just bang like. There's a white place for real, like, bro. I ain't trying to hear that shit. I live in a fucking gated community. I'm not.
Okay, boom. This the.
Did I just say that? I'm about to pull up, man. Man.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Cartilage, I don't believe that. I think it's like relative to like, what was that shit called? Fucking, I forgot those pills that people used to take for cartilage. And all it was like, no, I forgot what it's called, dude, but like, all it was like crab shit.
It sounds like some shit they got with this shit
Let him beware of abstinence from action. For the curse of his brain is that he must speak truth, that the falsehood thereof may enslave the souls of men. Let him then utter that without fear, that the law may be fulfilled, and according to his original nature will that law be shapen, so that one may declare gentleness and quietness, being an Hindu, and another fierceness and servility, being a Jew. is nothing. Sisters, and by the goddess is conscious. Near all the and in the word chaos, let the book be sealed. Yeah, let the book be sealed. Let him beware of abstinence from action, for the curse of his grade is that he must speak truth, that the falsehood thereof may enslave the souls of men. Let him then utter that without fear, that the law may be fulfilled, and according to his original nature will that law be shapen, so that one may declare gentleness and quietness, being an Hindu, and another fierceness and servility, being a Jew, and yet another ardor and manliness, being an Arab. Yet this matter toucheth the mystery of incarnation, and is not here to be declared. 15. Now the grade of a magister teacheth the mystery of sorrow, and the grade of a magus the mystery of change, and the grade of ipsissimus the mystery of selflessness, which is called also the mystery of Pan. 16. Let the magus then contemplate each in turn, raising it to the ultimate power of infinity, wherein sorrow is joy, and change is stability, and selflessness is soul. For the interplay of the earth for numbers in mind. 10 beats of thunder, holding every hidden fear. 10, now 11, 10, 9.
Live streaming is just disabled. What happened? Hate speech.
Till the air begins to light every second, stretching wider than the sky. 10 rings of silence around the center of your eyes. 10,